Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Low Budget LCS. It is I, S14, here, bringing you some commercial finals here tonight. Join with me, as always, I've got Bear, one half of Bear Force 1. How we doing tonight?
Great, fantastic. Absolutely thrilled to be here tonight to watch two fantastic teams play off in these finals. I'm very familiar with teams getting to commercial finals, as you all know. So I'm super excited for tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just realizing this is the first time that, as I said that name out loud, this is the first time since you've officially changed your name to Bear Force to use that team name, or, you know, that moniker.
That's true.
But yeah, of course, we've got bit of org rivalry here. We got the new guard versus the old guard. You know, the Rat Kingdom on they're gonna be blue side game number 1, going up against Naughty question marks. Never submitted a logo, so they're just getting the Naughty Boys logo. Naughty versus the Rat Kingdom. Of course, we've got friends on both sides. I've played with Briar's Dog Dyson before. I've played with Rin before. Brikachu, pretty known in the league scene. Should be a really fun series tonight.
Yeah, I totally agree. This is kind of one of those. Well, this is the first time that I've been so familiar with both of these teams. Seeing them in the finals is pretty much exactly what I wanted. I'm pretty sure I need to go double check what my predictions were. Back when Vega asked me before the season started, I will go check that now. But I'm pretty sure I had Naughty question marks winning it all. I'm saying it early.
Yeah, Memer6, I'm not scared. He is who he is. Briar's Dog Dyson, formerly known as Briar's Toe Cleaner, formerly known as oh, what was it? Was it just James the Pig 69 before then? I'm not scared. Oh, that's right. I forgot. We actually have casted Naughty question mark before. I remember this conversation about Green Leak and his fears of things that start with the letter H. I think it was. It was like horses and heights and hospitals. It's all coming back to me.
Oh my gosh, I do remember that. Was I even there?
I think so.
I think so. We were definitely talking about that. That's crazy. Yeah.
It looks like we might be getting started here with draft in a second. We'll get these logos moved a little bit out the way. Again, TV had the side selection, and they like to go blue side game, or not TV, TRK. They go blue side game number 1. So that tells me that they've got some type of prio pick in mind. Curious where that's going to be, because the Lords have kind of had a couple roster switches over the over their season here.
Yeah, so we're getting new, I believe it's new mid lanes, difference in jungle, support has been changed out. But a couple things have always remained there. Briar's Dog Dyson up in the top lane, obviously, and then Maxim in the in the AC position. Apologies. Things haven't changed over there.
Yeah, and we are into draft here in game number 1. Again, these people are very familiar with each other. No surprise there on the Viego ban for its tie. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a Hecarim or a Graves ban. Potentially all 3, but I think that's a lot of bans throw one way. Looking at the side of the Lords, you can definitely see some 80 carry bans getting thrown at Maxim. There's the Tristana as if on cue. Could see some bans thrown towards BDD up in the top lane. The Ornn, the Rumble, pretty scary. Nico going to be taken off the table, presumably for the mid lane. Brikachu, Syndra, no surprises here.
Yep, I know that Brikachu had a really good semifinals showing. Again, especially against Sodex. I believe the Syndra, the Ziggs all looked very, very good. I wouldn't be surprised if those were the first round prio picks or prio bans per se, with like following up with like a heavy AD jungler from, you know, banning away from Ty.
Yeah. And there is the Ivern, which I believe is actually an Ivern top ban.
Holy
they're chasing the bear meta a little bit.
Based, it's so big. Me and Ren are cut from the same cloth, and I very much enjoy it.
Yeah, for better or likely for worse. Here on 1, the Rat Lords are going to prio pick that Caitlyn in the 80 carry spot for Maxim. Pretty strong, early game champ.
Yeah, and this doesn't surprise me from the answers from for Valve Index. The Varus pickup, they played it a lot, or they played it in their semifinals match. It looked really good. It's a really good into Caitlyn. We're gonna see the Xin Zhao taken up for Tai as well. Another really strong AD jungler right now, and obviously he likes those AD jungler picks that are looking to fight almost perma. So I like the Xin Zhao here.
Yeah, Xin Zhao really, really strong in the current meta. Some people say it's unbeatable. I don't think it's unbeatable. I think there are some picks that are pretty good into it. I, again, love to see a Trundle. Maybe not here in game number 1. But it is just a generically really strong, bruisery frontline jungle pick. Gonna see the answer here most likely, and it's going to be Briar.
No way, Briar Dog Dyson. How can he stay focused?
Well,
it's in the game. I mean, that's on his team.
You're gonna have to I just can't even think straight.
Ooh.
Mel gonna be picked up though. I like the Mel pick a lot. Very strong in the mid lane. To answer chat's question, this is the commercial league. There's a couple different leagues here at the LBLCS. This is commercial, which is kind of your like plat to emerald ish. You might have a couple golds trickled in. You might have like a diamond. I believe on the side of Naughty question marks they have a D4 player, for example. But generally, I'd probably say this is like your emerald ish. And Zig's gonna be the pickup into Mel.
Yeah, that's gonna be the Brikachu pick. I mean, he's really good control mage player. Brikachu is, so that doesn't surprise me whatsoever. And it's a really good pairing with the Xin Zhao. You kind of have that poke damage, but Xin Zhao knocks someone up, kind of free hit for Zig. So I like this pairing. We're gonna see the Pantheon taken away.
Yeah, they're trying to take away some strong picks, potentially from BDD up in the top lane. Watch them play some Pantheon in, I think it was Quick Play the other day. A force to be reckoned with. Gwen going to be taken away from Rin. Really strong kind of AP top laner. Makes a lot of sense into Rin, who loves playing those up in the top lane. Could still see the Rumble, or could see a tank coming out. And there's the signature Scion Band away from Briar's Dog Dyson.
Yeah, super. I mean, he's definitely going to put a priority on it, just because he's so comfortable on these sort of things. With Gwen taken away, just got to pay the tax when it comes to the Scion.
Yeah, and last ban, probably going to be another top lane ban. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a Rumble. There actually should be a lot of Rumble prio in this series. Both Rin and Briar's Dog Dyson are big fans, but it's going to be a Yorick ban. Makes a lot of sense for somebody who likes to play tanks.
You would have to agree. We're going to see the Leona pick away. We're going to get R5 towards Rin here. Love to see what kind of answers they have up next. Now, good thing to note, Mel, obviously, very good into Varus, very kind of good into Ziggs, but it is the natural Leona counter. We're going to see the Alistar, which is one of those fabled matchups, and then the Dr. Mundo picked up. I really like Dr. Mundo right now. I think he's very, very good with the Warmog's Rush, or the Triple Belt, right? Triple Belt Rush.
Yeah, this does kind of open up the window for potentially a heavy AP top laner coming through. Gonna see a Tryndamere hover though. If they go this route, they're gonna be very AD heavy into this Mundo, into this Alistar. Gonna be curious to see if this is a bait or if it is a real pick. Rin holding on, and it's going to be the pivot to Mbessa.
Yeah, the Mbessa pick, I mean, both of those champs want to do basically the same thing to Dr. Mundo. You're looking to abuse him before he can get to that Warmox, the Warmox plus belt, so that he can just pretty much out-sustain in lane. So I'll be excited to see if we can set the Dr. Mundo as far back as you want with the Mbessa. But once again, I'm not the... Mbessa looks good here, I think. If we can see the Rin pop off here.
And holy, we get a raid coming through from our favorite boother, Ojai Vega, coming through with a raid party of 79. Welcome into commercial finals. You're coming in just after the conclusion of draft number 1 here between the Rat Kingdom Lords and Naughty question marks. What is up, everybody?
Hello. Wow, what a raid.
Yeah, what a raid. What a draft we have got here. We got some interesting picks across the board. Mundo top, I'm a big fan of. Briar is certainly interesting coming through in the jungle for the Rat Lords. Definitely a pick that can fall behind early if you're not able to have the action go your way early. And on the other side, I see Xin Zhao, I see Varus, I see Mbessa. I see a lot of just kind of your standard prio picks on the naughty side. How are you feeling about these comps?
I feel really good about it. I think both of these have their unique playstyle. Briar obviously is going to look to get ahead some of these lanes early, hopefully the bot side of the map, so the Caitlyn can kind of dominate. Obviously, Mel really good into Varus, so we're going to probably see a little bit of a struggle there from the Varus side of things. But all in all, it comes down to the execution of the top lane, in my opinion. If it best is ahead, it might be Raps.
Yeah, and I'll just let them know that we are ready. Looks like both of them are ready to go. We will switch over to pick ban here, and I have already started the predictions, getting you gambling degenerates in nice and early here for game number 1. Again, this is a best of 5, so you and I could be in for a long night here tonight. I've got the waters on deck. I've got the cough drops. We'll see how it goes.
All right, I'm starting early. I'm going all in early.
You're going all in on game number 1.
Yep, all in on game number 1.
Okay. How much is all in?
I'm ready.
So to make an informed
3.7K.
Okay, so not like not that crazy.
Chump change.
It's not chump change.
Not chump change, but like, you know, I worked hard for that. That was 3 LBLCS streams worth of me gambling. So I would say that, you know, it's a little bit more than nothing.
Yeah, I actually haven't really been increasing my my Schmeckel counter too much this season. You know, I've been doing a lot of the, you know, running the predictions, so I haven't had the opportunity to gamble too much. Over under for Green League's ward score. That's a great question. Let me consult the books here before I set the line. Let me go to the commercial sheet, and I'm gonna take a look at the stats, and we're gonna make an informed decision here. Green Leak, one of your highest performing players in commercial. Looks like they're in the 11th spot in our stat category, for whatever that's worth. Vision score minute 2.88, 101 vision score per game. Is that the line? Do we just set the line at 100?
100.5?
100.5. I think that's where we set the line.
I'm in. I'm taking. I'll go. We'll go over. I'm going over.
I think for the Rat Lords to win this game, I think that they are going to need that over to smash, because you need this Mundo to really scale up. You need this Mel to scale up. Maxim on the Caitlyn, you know, has that strong early game, kind of falls out a little bit in the mid game, and then really comes on strong late. So I think if they want to win this game, they probably want that over to hit. And Angel's saying they're taking the under. So one of us will be going to be right. One of us will be wrong. Probably me.
Ooh, Angel. Yeah, I totally agree. Obviously, we're going to see this. I mean, obviously, we could see like the Briar dominate early, and then it gets really scary. But yeah, I agree that the Dr. Mundo, I mean, it's going to get to a point where he's just going to be able to run at the 6, and it's going to be very, very funny to kind of see what happens with the fabled hard steel E proc.
Yes, absolutely. Now, it's important that we did not forget, or I did not, ignore this caster compliment. It just kind of came in right at the start of the stream, and so we wanted to make sure to get through the draft. But we have a caster compliment coming in from Alice Loves Sharks. I believe substitute player on this Rat Kingdom Lords roster. Valuable member of the LBLCS staff. They've been pleasant in the interactions I've had with Alice. Pretty good vibes I've seen across the board. And yeah, just kind of a positive presence here in the community. So appreciate you doing that. Appreciate you being here tonight, supporting the boys in on the Rat Kingdom side.
I would have to concur. I love hanging out with Alice, and the few times that I've done it, at least.
Yeah.
Now, do we play it early? Do we play the game early?
And what game is that?
Who dies first?
Who dies first? Okay, so this is going to be a cop out. The easy money is on Briar. Briar the champion, not Briar the user. And that's really just the nature of playing Briar. You know what I mean? Like you're once you decide that a fight is going to be taken, it's out of your hands. You are actively held against your will. Um, so I'm gonna guess Briar is going to, and I'm pretty. Now again, maybe things have changed. You haven't really seen Briar in the meta too much, but I'm pretty sure that Xin Zhao is a good pick into Briar. Like when I remember Briar being really meta in ranked, I remember Xin Zhao was like my frequent pick into it. So I wouldn't be surprised if they die first. But where are you going?
I think I'm going Alistar.
Alistar.
I'm gonna go the Alistar. The WQN. Xin Zhao's there. Gets the blight proc off of Varus. Just gets chunked and then it's cooked. I think that's where I'm gonna go.
The blight proc that our beloved Evdingus doesn't know exists. It's yeah. He actually tuned in. He hopped in the stream chat a couple minutes before we went live. Just wasn't sure why I was hanging out here. Asked me for a movie recommendation. I told him to watch Benchwarmers.
Banger.
And he seemed into it. So he said he might tune in. I'm gonna assume we probably don't hear from him. Probably gonna be hitting that 4 to 5 drink threshold at some point. As now we've got a couple minutes on the spectator delay. Over. I'm gonna go like under 0.5. Under 0.5. Does Twitch chat count?
Yeah, Twitch chat counts
Okay.
for sure.
Twitch chat. If Twitch chat counts, I think there's an argument to be had. I'll still go under though.
Yeah, I think I'm right there with you, but I'll go over for the sake of the line.
Absolutely. Just a couple minutes here on the spectator delay. Again, taking a very brief look as there's a lot of. Are they the Brick Squad? Brick Squad sounds a little goofy. I'm not familiar with the verbiage, but Brikachu again, pretty known Twitch streamer. It's done really good stuff for the LBLCS. They were super clutch last season, helped us out. We had 2 finals on the same day, and she actually streamed the financial finals that season because it did feature a naughty team, of course, but really great member of the community and having the faithful come in and tune in to support. Taking a look at our standings just to kind of see where these teams stack in terms of strength. These were actually your 5-6 seeds heading into playoffs, so pretty much neck and neck. 13-8 record on the Rat Kingdom side, 12-7 on the Naughty question mark side. So on paper, pretty even matchup here.
I thought so as well. I know this is like, I mean, these players know each other really well. Like obviously, we know a couple of these players are in other tournaments coming that have just started, and just previously before. So I know Valve Index and Briar's Dog, Dice of Maxim. They play quite frequently. I just this is like pretty much like if you're going to have the storyline be as good as possible, this is the 2 teams that you wanted.
Yeah, and of course, Rin for Naughty question marks, former teammate of mine, someone in particular that I'm gonna have to root for here tonight, as we should be swapping over to the in-game screen here. Gonna see just this pretty background for just a second until the game loads, and then we'll be out onto the Rift here for game number 1. Potentially have a third caster coming through at some point. Right now, just gonna be Bear and I, and I'm realizing I didn't write out Bear Force. You can get mad at me if you want chat. It's okay.
It should be fine. Surely.
We'll see. We'll see how people feel about it. Hopefully, speaking about feeling about it, there we go. Spectator is starting to load up here. We'll hopefully see it get to 0. Looking at the runes again, I'm not super familiar with what Briar runs at the moment, but Lethal Tempo seems like an interesting choice to me.
I mean, if you're wanting to take extended fights with Xin Zhao, I can kind of see where the cope is, like where, how I would want to cope. But I'll go ahead and verify quickly here.
Yeah, I feel it's like Halo Blades or it's PTA kind of for those quick trades. Is that what we're seeing?
It looks like Lethal Tempo is what people are going
interesting
right now. But exciting to note that people are going Ignite Smite on Briar. So it's just in true Briar player fashion, taking the worst thing possible in my mind.
Well, and it makes
Um,
sense, right? It's competitive. It's a little bit risky to go something like no flash in any role, but especially the jungle. Really kind of limits like your gank ability, your pressure. Real quick before we get into game, can you address these allegations in chat saying that you're running down people's solo queue games?
uh, I slightly ran down Zach's game. I was gonna say it myself. I did slightly sprint his game. I apologize deeply. We're gonna see a pause coming here for a second.
Perfect. Gives you more time to defend yourself.
Looks like Rand's having some trouble. Zax, I'm sorry. Love you long time. But that's the. We won't necessarily talk about it too much because I feel bad already.
Well, we've got the time right now in this pause, and we see other people stepping forward. Got a little bit of a class action going on here in Twitch chat. It's now NX Angel's next.
Angel, the Bucks game was on. It was right there. I'm sorry. You made this plat anyway. You're doing better than me right now. The Iron Top wasn't the problem. Let's go ahead.
Wasn't the solution.
If you're saying that Iron Top is the problem, it's wrong. Well, it's except running it down while the Bucks game was on. Sure. I'll take that. I'll take that full responsibility. Not my best Talia game, but Iron Top wasn't the issue.
Yeah. I just can't take this seriously. As we are back into game, we see not a good start here for the Rat Kingdom Lords. A little bit of bad comms on the fist bump. Had someone say I'm sorry, and now we've got that signature. Pause. A little bit of an invade coming out here though from blue side.
It's kind of a little setup. Maybe we'll catch Ren out here in a second.
Yeah, now they're trying this again. Alistar, I am Insanity not going to fist it out. And they're going to just get this brush control. We'll see if they look to invade here a little bit more aggressively. Maxim holding that mid lane. And they're playing pretty respectful here. Gonna walk in, throw that cleaver, and see if they look to continue. We'll zoom this out just a little bit further. And no dice. Now, I'm interested to see what this Briar looks to do, as we are going to see a little bit of early trading here between Rin and Briar's dog Dyson, who I will be referring to as BDD throughout most of the stream, just for the convenience sake. And the comparisons to the pro player. Really just kind of a positive across the board. Amanda the Panda actually running up here just a couple seconds before their buff is going to spawn. So they're going to be a little delayed on their first camp, you would have to imagine. Ward gotten there on the Raptors, so they will eventually know where its tie is starting.
Yeah, I mean, Dr. Mundo, not the greatest level 1 champion. So a little bit sketchy, obviously, at the Briar come up, hopefully, but, half chunked, needs to be a little bit careful. Doesn't even have flash, as we're going to see some equal trading come out in the bot and top side.
Both junglers starting on their blue sides, paddling opposite directions. A little interesting to see Xin Zhao paddling towards the Mundo. I feel like that's kind of a hard lane to make a ton happen, but again, not the strongest laner, so could maybe look to get some ganks off if Rin is able to get some aggressive trades. And I'm curious to see if Amanda is looking to make any early ganks happen on this Briar.
Yeah, I mean, we're hoping, I'm all for the ABC first, at least the first one, right? We need to have the first clear done. That's just my opinion nowadays, because your propaganda. So
my propaganda has been spreading slowly but surely. We are converting the low budget LCS into full clear demons. That being said, both junglers now on their Raptors, slightly faster clear here for the Briar, makes a lot of sense. Xin Zhao's first clear is absolutely terrible. So should be on that bot scuttle a little bit earlier. Could maybe look to make a play down here in this bot side. A little bit quicker than Xin Zhao can on the top side. Not a whole lot of early action here. I wouldn't expect there to be a ton. If it's anywhere, it's going to be in the spot lane that Directed Cam has really shown us a lot of. I'm going to see a little bit of heavy trading here between Rin and BDD up on the top side. Rin dashing in pretty aggressively, going to get a lot of damage off with that Conqueror fully stacked. And now, just back to the bot lane.
Yeah, just a nice little back and forth here. Gotta be rough for Rendell, like I said earlier. I mean, it's just, you know, it's just the champion in general. As we're gonna see another big trade, kind of low here. Zinzao is gonna be on the top side, gonna be spotted out on that ward. Could be a possible dive here, especially because he's so low so early. So.
Other than that, nothing too crazy exciting going on. Wave gonna crash here in the bot side. Little bit of a CS advantage on the side of the Lords. Gonna deny a couple of these minions under tower, so you know, get a 3 CS lead. Call that a W if you wish. But no mana on Valve here, so gonna be a little bit exposed. Going to just continue to watch in this bot side. Both junglers have gotten their first resets off, both having 2 long swords and a third component, dagger on the side of Briar, and a glowing moat for the Zinzao. Assuming we're working towards that Sundered Sky on the Zinzao, feels really good as a first item rush. And we'll see where the Briar's looking to go. Maybe a Stridebreaker? Again, not super familiar, so we do see Green Leaf go in aggressively without their Varus. Going to get Headbolt pulverized away from their side of the Rift, though. Going to get hit up here by the E. Its Ty is here, looking to get a play down here on the bot side. We are going to have to look to see if Green Leaf can get this engage going off. IM10 has to flash out, and now they go in onto Maxim here, who's going to get chunked out here. Can they get first blood in response? Yes, they can, but it is going to get immediately traded there over to Valve, 1-for-1 in this bot side in that 2-on-3 gank.
I was almost pretty close to what was going to happen. I thought the Zinzao was going to get there in time, and I thought I was going to absolutely predict that. I got a little too excited there. No, yeah, great counter gank.
And now on the top side, maybe hold that thought. 1 auto away from dying. Rin flashes under the tower, but cannot get the auto off. And BDD will survive. Amanda the Panda now aggressing, knowing that it's high slow on that Raptor, but Green Leaf is here first, going to smite away the camp. Briar in the wrong side of the Rift flashes over the wall. Can they get the engage off on here? And Brikachu has no mana, does hit up the EQ. Alistar is here though to answer. Now fight back on the top side. Briar's Dog Dice hits level 6 and should be able to survive here with the ultimate. Getting used, dodge away from the Q. Gonna be a kill there for Rin in the 1-on-1. No ultimate, no problem.
Holy what such early pressure. Maxim just gonna start.
Max just gonna walk up here, hitting the E into Valve Index, gonna get the damage off. Level 5 here, force out the flash on both sides. Valve has to pop the barrier, and now WQ in from Alistar, who's gonna try it and peel this Leona off of there. Caitlyn, I mean, for a game that was dead quiet those first 4 minutes, and now we've just got action all across the Rift.
Good lord. Can't even get a breath in for a second.
No, I'm used to this when it comes to me doing play-by-play. No time for talking. We are going to see this dragon get pinged out by the Lords. They are going to look to start up here. Zinzao pathing away, doing their wolves. And so with the prio being here, I think this is just going to be an objective picked up here nice and early for the side of the Rat Kingdom.
Yeah, I would imagine not much to contest here. You know, maybe there's some poke coming out. We go check it at least. We're gonna see them approach. Oh,
Maxim though, maybe call out in a bad spot here. EQ gonna connect. It's Ty dashes in here now. Next kill will be the feats over, and it's going to be picked up there by It's Ty. Picks up the kill, but they are likely to fall here in response. Dashes in, gets hit up there by the Mel ultimate. Now Briar has level 6, looking to aggress here. They are gonna pop their ultimate. They are gonna go unstoppable. Gets the fear off onto Valve, and Green League should be the next to fall here. Dashing EQ or WQ from Alistar. Can they get the kill onto Briar in response? The health bar is so low, but Valve not able to get the kill. They have to flash out super low on both sides. Brika trying to do what they can. Laugh Tap is trying to get the kill on Valve under the tower, cannot get it. Brikachu now 1-on-3, trying to peel off their 80 carry. Dragon picked up for blue side, but the feats of warfare did go over to Naughty in the end.
Yeah, very scrambly. I mean, obviously you'd love to see some of these kills picked up. Obviously Melk picking up 2 kills early is really it's gonna be really oppressive later, especially when it comes to like if she's reflecting Varus abilities back into the team. A lot of damage to come out, so
A lot of damage indeed. We are going to be seeing those void grubs spawn here. Now, of course, I don't think the grubs personally matter quite as much these days as they did when there was the set 6. They're nice to get for sure. And it looks like a Man of the Panda is just going to look to start them up here as they seasons out on the Scuttle. Taking a look at summoners across the board. If they look to fight here as EQ, going to reflect, laugh tap back into Leona. That's not what you want to do. Chains of Corruption gets used there. Green Leak going to pick up the kill, but that is the mid laner down. And I would expect its tie to now book it up here towards these grubs.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big... was there a shutdown? No shutdown, but big kill to be picked up. Obviously, Mel looks like she's going to be going to this Luden's Companion, so a lot of bursts to come out here. But yeah, really good roam up from the bot lane to kind of mitigate, get this Grubs prio. As we're seeing just some kind of in this little bit of a little state.
Yeah, and I believe with those 2 grubs picked up, that is 1 stack towards the Feet of Monsters, I believe it is called. Goes over to Naughty, but they're not going to get all 3 because Briar was able to pick up that first one. Speaking of Briar, BDD pretty low here. Its tie is lurking. Rin hiding in the shadows. Maybe looking to aggress here. Going to dash in aggressively, get the damage off that they can. Forcing out the R from Dr. Mundo. Rin takes a couple tower shots there though. And now they dash fully in under the tower. Going to take it up. Its tie flashes into the Briar ultimate. And that's going to be a massive double kill there for Briar's Dog Dyson in the top side. Absolute disaster for a Naughty question mark.
That is so tragic. I mean, Briar... Oh man, he's gonna get so many plates. You know, probably gonna pick up a couple. No GP available on the Abessa. 2 kills. I mean, that's a lot of money in your pocket.
Yeah, definitely a lot of money for this Dr. Mundo, who, if they get ahead, are going to be such a nightmare to deal with. Yeah, we'll see what we look to come out here on that reset with. Sitting on about 2,300 gold is this Dr. Mundo.
Oh, it's just that immediate Warmogs. Yeah, that is not a great position to be in. That is definitely a scary thing. One more belt, he has the passive up, and that means he can no longer die in lane. So that is a scary position to be in for sure if you were on the side of the Naughty question marks.
Yeah. Taking a look at items across the board. You already mentioned Laugh Tap on that Luden's Companion. Pretty much, other than the Dr. Mundo, no completed items across the board. Xin Zhao is relatively close to the Sunder Sky. They have it in base. They have enough gold for it, but no dice just yet. Rin trying to trade aggressively into this Mundo, working towards, is that an Eclipse, I think, is what they are working towards. Dragon spawning up here in just about a minute. It is an Ocean, which would be massive for the side of the Rat Kingdom Lords if they're able to pick that up. And I'm curious to see if they look to contest this heavy trade on the top side. Gonna dodge away from the cleaver, and we do see Xin Zhao got that reset off for that Sunder Sky. Yeah, I mean, regarding the Insta Warmogs, I'm a little curious because you can't get the the passive off it right away. But if the value, if the value is to like have it as quick as possible, it makes sense to like build it first and then you get the passive on like a Giant's Belt rather than like build the Warmog second, I guess is the logic. Dragon gonna be spawned up here in 15 seconds though.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily a problem. Especially it depends how much gold he has, right?
Yeah. Taking a look at our Dragon setup here, Naughty question mark are going to get this vision control, but the Scuttle was taken by blue side, so they will be seeing it. Laugh Tap very chunked out here though, and with no teleport, this would be the time to force this objective if you are on the side of Naughty question mark. Gonna get pinged out here, gonna get started up as Rikachu shoves out that wave, down to about 5,000 HP. There is a Blast Gun, could look to 50-50 this. They do have vision on it, down to 3,000. They're trying to pull this out here. Mel, super low, though, does have the teleport coming up here in just a second. Can they buy time here? No, they cannot. They are going to force the teleport from Rin, and it is going to be dashing here, looking for a 50-50. It's going to be taken there by the side of Naughty question mark, and Briar just gets absolutely deleted by themselves. Going to be a kill here. 5-5 goes your kill count, and Dragons are evened up.
Yep, and we're also going to see this Ziggs TP come up, try to stop the Dr. Mundo as best as they can. Gonna be able to grab a plate here. Doesn't really matter. Has the R buttons. Got the boots of swiftness. I mean, he's just out of there.
Yeah, just going to take the plate and walk it off as we see left half teleporting into this mid lane. A good macro here, I think, really on both sides to mitigate any further damage that could come through. We've got ourselves a game here. Plates are about to expire. Gold's about even. Objectives are pretty much even. How are you feeling in this game?
I mean, it's pretty up in the air right now. For sure. Obviously, the 2-1 top laners, it's gonna all come down to like a public execution. Can we get onto the Caitlyn? Can we get onto this backline Mel? So that is going to be a big call, and obviously the Ziggs over the top can be, but of course you have to deal with Dr. Mundo walking in your face. So things we'll be able to see what happens here.
Yeah. Gonna see Rift Herald is gonna be your next objective up on the board as Briar's Dog Dyson taking a lot of damage here from Rim with that completed Eclipse, but they pop their R in response, and now they might be getting ran down here a little bit. The healing in favor of the Dr. Mundo here for sure. It's Ty is booking it up here as well, but just so much damage getting done, forcing out the ghosts with this presence of It's Ty up here.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think he. I thought he was out before that, but you know, better safe than sorry in this situation. Is just going to be able to TP back up for this Rift Herald Prio. Oh, actually going to walk bot here, and everyone else is going to go join. We're going to see some trading go on to the green league, kind of get a little bit chunked, and just some overall vision clearing for both sides.
Yeah, and now Pikachu gonna get caught out here by the Briar engage, gonna force out the flash from the Ziggs. Body blocked there by Xin Zhao, protecting their carry. Gonna force them off of this objective though, and with no teleport for Pikachu, it's gonna be a lot harder to contest this Rift Herald.
Yeah, it's not up yet. Oh, so they still got 10 seconds. So all's well. Well, didn't back, so maybe not all as well.
Yeah, and on this bot side, Briar's Dog Dyson just going to delete that bot tower, and now they're going to teleport in here. We are going to have a full-blown 5-on-5. Pikachu is already half HP, though, and they're going to have to walk this out. Flash in there, gets onto Rin, who gets hit up there by the Briar ultimate. Going to have a full fight, and Abessa going to be the first to fall here. Gets killed up there by Maxim, and now it looks like Xin Zhao going to be the next to fall. Forces out the flash there as well, trying to peel off. Lactef is super low. Poke coming through on both sides, but ultimately just gonna be that 1-0, and probably the Rift Herald on the side of Rat Kingdom. But maybe they're not done here. Green League trying to walk up. Valve trying to frontline here, and I'm and Sandy gonna look to go in with the Hex Flash, going to connect there onto two members, including the Ziggs, who has no flash. Green League flashes in, gets killed off there by Maxim, picks up another kill. Briar's on the backside, killing off the Varus. Xin Zhao dies to Caitlyn, double kill for Maxim, and this should still be the Rift Herald to go here. 8-5 now, your kill count.
Wow. I mean, that's a big swing in things. That's a 3k gold lead plus the Rift Herald. So a lot of this, some of the standing gold on the map for the side of the Rat Kingdom Lords will be going down. More money into everybody's pocket, and hopefully some more Dragon Prio as it comes with that Rift Herald.
Yeah, this goal lead up to now 3,000 in favor of the Rat Kingdom Lords. Valve the next going to try and hold off this Mundo. Good luck with that. This Mundo is so intimidating, and they're just going to walk it off. They're going to accept this tower is gone, but maybe the cannon they can get. We see just a little bit of flaunting, saying this cannon is not yours. But will they die for this is the question. It's ties up here, going to hit up the W. Now going to look to engage onto Briar's Dog Dyson, who has the ultimate. There is no healing reduction. It's going to be a chain CC here on the Mundo, but with this Varus going lethality, I don't know if they have the consistent damage. It's eventually going to be a kill given over to Valve Index. That is a big shutdown.
Yeah, I mean, there's getting to the position where they're able to really poke out this, maybe this Mel, this Caitlyn, get out the Reflect, even chunk the Briar a little bit early, is well damage done, and a lot of, that lethality, with that lethality build, so,
And now the trap is being laid at the blue buff. Green League, don't take this blast cone or it will be the last thing you do. They are the wiser, but Rin gets caught in here by him and Sandy into the trap. They have nowhere to go. Get stashed in on by Briar, and they are just deleted. A man at the Panic going to pick up that kill, and that is just going to be the Dragon, which is a Hex tech. Such a pivotal Dragon Soul to be able to pick up, and that's going to put them in the advantage here for the Rat Kingdom.
Yeah, really good macro. Got into the jungle early, got their little advantage. We're going to see a chunk out there on a last tap from the Varus Q. So we're going to see some poke and some mid-prio being swayed. Dragon going over. Nothing too much. Oh, we're going to see the Z-bomb.
Yeah, eventually this Dragon will be picked up here. Going to claim, the feats of monsters there, and that does mean Feeds of Warfare over to the Rat Kingdoms here, despite the kills being in favor of, the Feeds of Warfare being in favor of Red side. Gonna see this jockeying for mid lane prio. Mundo currently the one holding it. I don't think you want that super long term, but for right now, BDD gonna hold it down until Maxim comes over. We've got ourselves just a little bit of a lull state, which I appreciate, you know, with all the heavy team fighting they've been doing the last couple minutes. Gives us a chance to breathe here. If you're on the side of a naughty question mark, what are you looking to do here? You find yourself down a little bit, not impossible, but definitely a little tough at the moment.
Picking up some of the standing gold. Obviously, you have mid tower. You got all towers available to you. You know, with the Ziggs, maybe a little bit more side pressure, so that they're able to pick up some of the standing gold. Equalize it a little bit more as we're gonna see this 4K gold lead. It's gonna be really hard to protect this mid tower, especially with this Dr. Mundo just constantly shoving wave in your face, as well as Caitlyn helping out there. So we might see it go down here shortly.
Ultimate coming up here on the top side, not going to connect there. Laughtaf is now in a one-on-one against this Mbessa. We do see Mundo going in 1-on-4 under the turret. They're not going to pick it up. Pikachu picks that up, and we could see them look to continue here, dodging away from the W, but they cannot dodge away from the Leona EQ. Going to get hit up here. Alistar going to have to pop their ultimate. They are very tanky with that. Going to dodge away from another W, and this Alistar is so tanky. Eventually goes down to Pikachu, and this could be the opportunity that naughty question marks needed. Rin was able to survive on the top side as well. Dashes in under the tower between onto Maxim. 1-on-2 now dashing into his green leak rather, but now they are by themselves. Maxim going to be able to pick up that kill. Eventually you'd have to assume ace in the hole, not going to be able to pick up the kill as Laughtaf is able to get the Leona, but the mid tower does fall and that gold lead has shrunk in half.
Yep, Green League having to pay for Rin sins with the public execution under tower. Decided to follow his top laner to his death, which I can always respect. Yeah, but that's what you're wanting to look for a naughty question mark. I mean, you know, BDD overextending, looking for the demolish proc onto the tower, gets blown up, and then, you know, it's all over from there, basically.
Yeah, Atacon going to get started up here pretty early, on the dot, and I mean, it's Ty just doing wolves, so this might just be a little bit of a sneak here coming out from the Rat Kingdom Lords. Heads up macro play.
Yeah, I mean, with the back timers, I mean, BDD was able to walk down there kind of quickly, able just to hop right on it. That's going to be the Otacon going over. I don't know what any of the buffs are called. I know that it gets like some cool new flowers, so that's what you're going to be looking at there. We're going to see some backs being stopped by BDD as this Rift charge is going to come in and take down the tier 1 mid tower, and they're just going to go red again.
Going to make their way up to the top lane. Not going to be able to hit up on a tower here, but Rin finds themselves kind of on the wrong side of the rift here. Can they play the cat and mouse game? Going to get spotted out here. Going to dash away from the Alistar. Gets hit up there by the WQ. Has to flash out away from the Mel. But now Briar going to get engaged on here by the Zinzao. Going to force its tie up against the wall. Green League now here. Maxi hits up the Zenithblade into the Q, into the W. Now the Chain CC coming through from its side. They're going to get a lot of damage off into the public execution from Mbessa, who is going to be able to pick up that kill. Chains of Corruption going to get reflected back onto Valve Index. There's no continued play, but that is a big shutdown.
Holy smokes.
Holy smokes, indeed. 10-9 kill count, 2,000 gold difference, 1-on-1 on the top side between Rin and BDD. No public execution on the Mbessa. I don't think you want to continue to trade super long. Dragon up here in a minute. Are you looking to fight this if you're naughty?
Oh, yeah. I feel like you're in a good momentum spot. You know, 2K down, sure. But I feel like all the momentum's on your side. They're playing fights pretty well. As long as we're keeping our cooldowns, I'm all for it.
Yeah. Taking a look at items across the board as Rin's actually going to dash in here onto Dr. Mundo. We do see that second item, Heartsteel, coming through. Feels a little late. I mean, if you're going to go Heartsteel, I feel like you just go it first. But what do I know? Black Cleaver, Titanic Hydra are the items on this Briar. 2 items pretty much across the board for everyone on red side or on blue side, whereas item components a little bit more sporadic on the red side. You know, not quite on 2 items for this Zinzao, who's trying to get that Black Cleaver. Not quite on that second item for the Mbessa, although they are sitting on 1,500, so they could be close when they get to base.
Very true. I think it's, hold on, I'm doing my math right now. 3,100. It's like 2K off. So yeah, he is pretty close. Maybe goes for tier 1 here, be able to pick it up.
Yeah, if they do that, they are probably giving over this dragon, and that looks like that might be the call that naughty question mark are looking to make here.
Yeah, gonna grab this mid prio. Briar's Dog Dyson doing a really good job of creating the space for Maxim. A little bit of buzzwords for you, creating space, you know, zoning, one would say. We're gonna see this drag just go down. That's gonna be sole point for the side of the Rat Kingdom Lords.
And a Hextech Dragon, awfully scary stuff. We see this teleport immediately coming through from Dr. Mundo, and Mbessa does have a teleport, so if they find an engage here and potentially on this Briar, invading on this blue buff, or on this Gromp, this could be a little overzealous here, and it looks like they are looking to fight. W not going to connect here, going to get smited away there from the Briar. We do see the fight, reset and teleport coming through here from Rin, and there's no way for Dr. Mundo to engage. Briar gets engaged on Solar Flare, going to connect now. Xin Zhao dashes in over the top with the bomb, and they are going to die in exchange for that Gromp. And now we have to see if Laptop can get out as well. Going to have 5 members here on the bot side. Maxim and I Am Insanity going to push out on this mid lane. It is going to be the tier 2. We are going to see Valve Index look to get that off. But they are potentially looking for a dive here. Ready to take up a couple of tower shots a little bit too early. Reset's now coming through here. Doesn't look like they want to force it.
Yeah, gotta be worried about their base. Obviously, you're gonna probably see a cut, maybe the T2 mid for sure, T2 top. A big maybe in question. Might see some plays down here in the bot lane for the Mbessa. Ooh.
Chains of Corruption going to force out the cleanse. Meanwhile, Brikachu trying to get this wave just to deny the Mundo from getting to free fire under the tower. Not going to be able to hit up the W there on the Xin Zhao. Going to force out the passive. And Dr. Mundo just does not care. He goes where he pleases. He takes down this tier 2 top and now hits the heart seal. Just looking to bonk every member of Naughty. Question mark. Going to force the ghost. Pop the ult. Green Leak is running up. Can they hit the engage? They are debating because meanwhile in this mid lane, Maxim's just going to pick up this tier 2 as well. Rin is now on the flank. Going to try and get it onto Maxim, who is going to be able to dodge away from the traps. 1v2. Rin trying to go in. Has to force out the flash away from the tower, or from the Ziggs ult rather, and now Rin is going to pop Maxim on a rampage. Is there any answer here from the side of Naughty? Question marks. We'll have to see, as again Briar's Dog Dyson is back on the top lane, just being an absolute split push menace, forcing Pikachu to constantly answer here.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing a clear lack of like maybe like consistent damage in a sense. You know, you've got a lot of poke. And Bessa's really good at those kind of like burst tradings. He went to Sterex, I guess, so there's going to be this big lack of damage when it comes to killing. They're finishing off kills, even with those like those big dives. So
yeah, now they're forcing down here on the bot side. 4 members strong. Maxim just nearly kills Val with a headshot, ace in the hole. Not going to get the kill, but they're going to get the tower, which is really the play they're after the entire time. Do they look to fight here on the bot side? There is no Dr. Mundo. There is no teleport. There is no Ziggs, though. Objective bounties now are coming online for the side of Naughty? Question marks.
Yeah, this is one of those situations that you're just kind of looking to pick up your waves. Ren's going to come up here, maybe look to get into this guy's face, but he is 2 levels down.
2 levels down. Trade looking pretty solid, though.
Oh?
Not going to look to continue it, though.
True. What's Dr. Mundo's ult called? Chat, can I get a... What is it?
Maximum dosage.
There you go. Maximum dosage.
Maybe they should play ADC one of these games. Taking a look at your gold across the board, 4K in favor of. It was pretty bad. Got Dragon coming up in a minute 40. I think if you are Naughty, you have to find a way to fight this. I'm not sure what that answer is going to be. Rain gonna now aggress here again onto Briar's Dog Dyson, but a Hex Tech for this Caitlyn for this Mel sounds pretty disastrous to me. So I'd like to see their way to fight it, or if the Rat Kingdom just look to force a Baron.
Yeah, we're gonna see this vision go back and forth here. We might see a play over here. Oh,
good flash out from Brikachu, showing the quick hands, and now Briar's Dog Dyson finds themselves in a 1-on-4. We've seen this time and time again. Chains of Corruption is not going to land there onto the Mundo, nor will the Solar Flare, and the Leona will eventually pick up the kill.
How is there not that great? You know, no max HP damage, and yet the Leona is still picking up the kill there. Yeah. How is that?
Make it make sense.
Possible?
Now, Mundo is dead for 40 seconds. It looks like they're not going to be able to really force anything with this death here, but they're going to try and get Vision Prio on this Dragon. A lot of damage coming from Laptop, but it's just onto the Leona, so it's not going to do a whole lot. Going to force out a little bit of HP. Ace in the hole getting used there just for some poke onto the Varus. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they're not even, you can't even progress that much into this Dragon side. Just because not everyone's here yet, so we're gonna be able to see this. It's almost like Dr. Mundo didn't die anyway. He's gonna be able to show up quite quickly with the Hextech Soul and those Hextech Gates. We're gonna see some vision being taken up. So poke come out from left half onto Ren, just to kind of get some work done early.
Now there is a small window here. Mundo will not have ultimate, whereas Varus and Leona will have theirs online. This fight goes a lot harder if you have to deal with that maximum dosage, as we have now learned. E not going to connect there onto the Mel. Left half has learned their lesson. Dragon gets started up here by its tie. Again, this is Soul for the side of the Rat Kingdom Lords. It would be a bit of a flip here. We're going to see Amanda the Panda go in onto its side in the pit. Public Execution gets connected onto Briar, and Xin Zhao just gets immediately deleted, and Rin is going to be the next fall, and Briar's Dog Dice is just zoning off the rest of the team. Rin has to flash over the wall. 5,000 on this objective. Nothing for Invested to do. Just going to walk it off. Hextech Soul picked up for the side of the Rat Kingdom Lords. Ultimate going to connect from downtown onto Valve Index. Goodbye. Briar going to be able to pick up that kill. Solar Frag going to connect onto two members, but they are still going to fall. Last are going to pick up that kill. Amanda the Panda going to pick up the next. Flash in there from the Briar. Going to have to try to pick off this Pikachu, who is the last member left. Eventually going to get the kill. Double kill on this Briar, and they should now be booking it over towards this Baron.
Wow. 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 Insane. Incredible.
Yeah. Maybe they're not going Baron.
Game.
Yeah, they're just going to look to push in this mid lane. Rin is the only member left alive. WQ going to connect there under the tower. So much damage. Mundo going to pick up that kill. That is a full-blown ace. So Briar walking out towards the Raptors.
Maybe
It
not.
looks like they're going to Baron instead.
Ah, man, I thought that might be in game. 10 seconds onto the Varus, 20 seconds on Ziggs. Not a lot of wave clear, not a lot of damage with the people that are currently up. But look like gonna play it safe, gonna go over and take this Baron, gonna grab some vision just to make sure they're all clear to go. But yeah, I don't see how Naughty Question Marks walks into this.
Yeah, I'm Insanity playing Bouncer, quite literally. If his sidewalk tries to walk up, they're getting W'd out of there. Gonna maybe try and fish here. Maybe they look to make a play up onto this Dr. Moon on the top side. Good luck with that, as this Baron is just deleted by this Caitlyn, by this Mel.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna see this 1-4 split most likely. We're gonna see the full reset coming out from the team. Really good macro. You should be seeing somewhat of a 1-4, 1-3-1 split just to make sure that waves are getting pushed at the same time. Really utilize this Baron. But yeah, this should be time for closing out of this game.
Yeah, cannot see them utilize this Baron well. We are seeing Briar's clearing out some camps, waiting for the push coming through on the bot side.
She's joking. I thought they were joking about the Riftmaker Briar in the chat. Oh, we are actually seeing it.
I'm not really super familiar with Briar builds, so I'm just going to be inclined to trust that they have they've done their research here with this pick. Valve going to get this reset off mid, not going to get caught out there by Amanda the Panda, and this 3-member unit just going to force you on this tier 3 bot lane.
Yeah, Dr. Mundo's going top. Gonna be hard to stop. Kind of what's going on. We might see a very, very early look out here.
And that's going to be a massive EQ there in with the flash. Greenlee going to get popped here. They weren't able to get their solar flare off in time. Public Execution not going to connect here. And Briar ult is now going to get used there. It is going to hit up into Zinza, who is going to use they don't even get a chance to use their ultimate. Instantly deleted. Last half now on a rampage. We are going to see a 4-on-3 push on the bot side. And meanwhile, Briar's Dog Dyson is just going to sprint down, gets hit up by multiple tower shots. And Thanos is here. Don't like their odds. He's going to run 1-on-3. Doesn't give a damn. Pikachu going to get picked off here. Briar's Dog Dyson in between the enemy base. Just going to run absolutely rough shot. W could connect there. And now Rin goes down. Briar's Dog Dyson eventually goes down. All that is left to Valve Index. Now last half trying to pick up this kill, make it a full ace before this game ends here. Not sure they're going to be able to get it. Execution not going to quite be there. Dodges away from the queue. They're trying to get this kill in the fountain. Does not matter, as game number 1 goes over to the Rat Kingdom Lords.
Wow. BDD wanted to call game right there. He goes where he pleases. Wow, wow, wow. What an absolute finish to this game 1. I am very impressed with what the Rat Kingdom Lords are giving us, especially with that game 1 performance. Wow.
Yeah. Very strong game number 1 here for the side of the Rat Kingdom Lords. I mean, taking a look at that damage, Laugh Taff doing quite, really just kind of an even damage spread across the board. Actually, more damage quite substantially coming through the side of Naughty Question Marks. But again, that kind of makes sense into this Alistar, into this Mundo. That being said, very strong game number 1 here for the Lords, and we'll have to see what adaptation the Naughty Question Mark look to make.
Yeah, I would like to see. I'm assuming we're gonna be leaning towards Ren, maybe going towards those those AP picks a little bit early. I know Briar's Dog Dyson does like to go um more of those tinkier champs. So picking something like the Gwen or the Rumble early is kind of in their favor. Um I I don't I mean I can't wait to see what the game 2 is going to look like.
And with that, I mean, game two, it's going to start with side select. If you're Naughty question mark, you're looking to stick on red, use that counter, which they used on the Mbessa into Mundo this time, or do you think there's something prio pick on the blue side that they should look to go?
I think the prio pick. I mean, Valve Index is very, very good on the Caitlyn, so we might see some prio swing there back and forth. Also, if they go towards the blue side, maybe can picking up something like a J4 Rumble pairing, which is very, really good blind. Not a lot of counters to those type of things. So I would like. I think Naughty Question Mark should switch sides, in my opinion.
Naughty question mark should switch sides. That is the caster call. We'll see if they look to make it. Yeah, I think that Mundo was a very big problem. I think it is very comfortable for BDD up on that top side. They are no stranger to playing these weak side tanks, but it looked pretty strong that game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Dr. Mundo, I just don't think they had the comp early on to deal with the Mundo on 5. And then Mbessa, of course, I mean, you kind of really need to, put the pressure on with the Mbessa early and with Zinzao, right? So I'm not surprised that the Mundo did get to go where he pleased.
It's what he says. Called his shot. Just waiting for the next game to get created here. A little bit of a chance to breathe. Yeah, those guys make me yap quite a bit. Hopefully it's not like that for 5 games, or if you're a fan, maybe you hope for that, because that was a pretty fun game.
I would agree, but that does mean we would be here until 2 a.m. probably.
Yeah, I can just let the chat know that we will not be getting screaming like that if we get to 2 in the morning. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm sitting here just longingly looking in the tournament coach channel, just waiting for something to get posted. No dice so far.
Yeah, I think I should just go ahead and order dinner while we're sitting here. So
Well,
what should I? I'm taking recommendations in the chat.
I guess I have a question. Why are we ordering dinner at 9:30 p.m.?
Well, I had, I kind of was sleepy earlier. I woke up this morning. It was like, I don't know, noon. Woke up at noon. And then I was like, okay, well, I got on. I did some things that I needed to do. Fixed the schedule that made me want to no longer be at my computer. So I played some solo queue. Got kind of EP. Took down a nap before the games because I didn't want to be EP during the games. And then my family got dinner, and then I was asleep, so they didn't get me anything. So here we are. It is 9:30. There's no sushi place open at 9:30, Dira.
Sleeping until noon. Sounds like you were up late last night.
I was up late until about 3 a.m., I believe.
I see. Not that late.
Not terribly. Nothing like the, OG Bear.
Well,
Zaxby's. Good call. That's it.
I feel like it's like not been that recent where you've not been up till 6 in the morning, but
Well, I had that stint where I was going to bed at an okay
yeah,
time.
for like 3 days.
No, it was more than 3 days. It was like 2 weeks. I don't know. We can check in the high alert server to see if we when my good mornings have been sent.
So it sounds like we are getting Zaxby's for dinner here late at night. Let me do a little check in here. We'll switch over to the screen for a second. See where we're at as far as getting another code.
This is where it just got created.
Ask and you shall receive.
Watch, I'm the first one in. I'm gonna invite you right now.
And it sounds like there was some discussion on side selection, and we'll see what they look to do here. And it's just us in the lobby, so maybe maybe we don't know anything.
Looking always. I wonder. Did you know I had a positive win rate in my rock paper scissors matches before LBO6 games this split?
I did know that.
I think I ended up going like. Well, how many weeks did I play? Yeah, what 8 weeks?
8 weeks
or
and
7?
then so 10,
2,
right?
10. I think I went 6-4. I think I lost really early. I think either I went 6-4, or I went dead even, went 5-5. But I'm pretty sure it was positive.
If only your solo queue win rate could be like that.
That's very true. It's at 47% right now. We're struggling out here. It's okay though.
I'm sorry. That was just it was like low hanging for sure.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I understand. But hey, I won my first ever solo duo Camille game, 2 in a row actually.
It's true.
So hell is frozen over. You know, the next thing you know, we're gonna have flying pigs.
Flying pigs. All right, we'll see what side they look to go here. Again, the naughty members are starting to trickle in. No one's really lined up here just yet, so hard to say. 37% win rate. Is that true?
Who's at 37%?
You with NX Angel.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
How many games have you played to get a 30? Or no, I guess that's only 8, right?
Yeah, that's only like 8
3 and
games.
5. Okay, that's not that bad.
I'm sure some of those were on the mid lane arc. Those were cursed games. Don't. What is it when I'm in the top lane, Angel? Can we figure that out? Certainly that's a little bit better. Also, Rusha mentioning, how deep in the bag do you think Kate's gonna go this split in these games? You know, we got the Scion, and then she mentioned the Singe, the Kled. Who else to know? The Janna.
The Janna. Can we see Janna top this series? Oh, thankfully, Naughty doing me a favor, and they're going to stick on this side. So all I have to do, and since we've got a little bit of a lull here, is there's a little Dr. Pepper break in the works. All I have to do is just fill up one little bottle, and that screen's all set. And then we go back over here, and it's like nothing ever happened.
I remember, maybe this is like Mandela effect. But what do you? I feel like I was watching LBL and when they filled up the bottles, there was like a pouring noise. Is that like a thing that you have?
It's not a thing that I've been set up with. You know, maybe the Buggles have chances.
Buggles, yeah, maybe that's a Buggle thing.
Yeah. Anywho, we are waiting here for draft game number 2. They are going to stick on that red side. Do you think they ban away anything that we saw in game number 1? Because again, we are not fearless here at the LBLCS. Or do they look to just salty run back?
16 games, 1 and 2 on the mid lane arc. Oh my gosh, I have run you down.
You actually got fact checked.
I'm so sorry. I just read the chat. I'm sorry. What we took away? I mean, do we really think the Pantheon's an issue? I mean, how many games has he played on it? Is it like is this like I'm playing in norms and having fun, or is this like I'm grinding in solo queue? Let me get
again, former teammate of Briar's Dog Dyson. Love the guy. I don't think we have to ban away the Pantheon. That is my
Oh, we haven't even played it in ranked. What is our Pantheon ban for?
I think of the Ornn, I think of the Rumble, I think of the Kled.
He played it in norms. Oh, let me check his other account. Hold on.
Yeah, could be a hi guys, I'm not toxic angle.
He had one of it. He had a ranked flex game 23 hours ago on it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you have a bear fact to cash in, by the way.
Oh, bear fact. Where? Oh, Zach. So bear fact here. You're gonna have to give me like a hot second. I was gonna think of one off the dome that I was like really prepped for. But I got nothing. So hold, please.
Well, you're gonna have many seconds here to think as we're gonna start up draft here in game number 2. Viego once again taken off the table. Tristana once again taken off the table.
Oh no, I just got some proof that I actually am 37.5% win rate. We're gonna ignore that for the better. So Viego taking away. The Iron Pop still receiving bans. Mordekaiser, but we don't want the Mordekaiser jungler. I totally understand that. We're gonna see Caitlyn taken away actually. Which is surprising since they're on Bruce side. We're actually gonna go Braum B1. Very punishable, but also not terrible. I don't know. It's very in between whether or not that's a good B1. But yeah.
I think the thing with Braum in this series in particular that makes a lot of sense is I think Green League, their best champions are those like engage styles. I think of the Leona, I think of the Rel, I think of like a Maokai. I think all of that tends to struggle in a Braum. We're gonna have a Jake's pick up here for Valve Index.
Do we see something? I mean, surely we go something jungle here. We could see. There's a lot of tie picks that I like.
Well, I think you just go support here, no?
Oh, true. I didn't. You know what? We talked about the Braum B1, and then I totally forgot that it happened.
You could go. You could go. Well, it could be Braum top, or Braum jungle. Wouldn't surprise me.
We talked about the Janet top, and now we're talking about Braum top. What have we? Oh, we're gonna see the Rakan. I really like Rakan here.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan.
I like the Rakan. Can kind of do both the enchanting and the engage. Very safe, in, get out. Can set up a Jinx reset nice and easily. And I like that they're going to try and save their jungle for counterpick.
I'm seeing a lot of myths here in my bear facts while we're waiting for these picks to happen. They're not really. Ooh, I really like Kai'Sa here.
Kai'Sa Braum, a bot lane that my team or my current team has tried many times to varying degrees of success. I like the vision. I see the vision. My glasses might be crap. I don't actually wear glasses. But in theory, I like the pick. But you have to play aggressive on the Braum if you're going to play it. And we're going to see a Poppy, which is a flex pick, I believe.
A nice little flex pick. I mean, good into the Rakan, right? I mean, it's things that you enjoy seeing, especially with that flexibility. So, depends what we see here.
Yep.
When I think of Amanda the Panda, I don't think of Poppy. But maybe that's just me.
I assume that this is top lane and going to have the Gwen picked up for Rin. Theoretically a flex, but I do synonymize that much more so with Rin.
That is, I mean, it's like what I said earlier, right? You'd like to see. I want to see Rin on these AP picks top. So selecting it early is something that I enjoy seeing because you don't get you kind of get your cover bands here on the R4 and 5 band. We're gonna see the Akali taken away. Very good idea. Rakan kind of has the trouble with keeping a really heavy dive off of Jinx. So I don't hate that.
Yeah, we're gonna see some mid lane bans out here. Akali, Syndra, potentially some more come off the table here. I think if I'm the naughty question marks, I might be blinding my mid laner here. I think
the ultimate flex.
Yeah,
R5 jungle.
R5, and maybe that's the jungler in me talking here, but I think there's a lot more value potentially in this series of getting that jungle counter for a player like it's Ty.
I think we should have banned Pantheon there.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
So
good takeaway.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You were asking.
Well, with the Scion ban, that tells me that they're not confident that it's Poppy top.
Ooh, true. I didn't think about that. We're gonna see the Yorick taken away, and we're also not confident that this is Gwen or is it jungle? I actually don't know where the Yorick is on the not a question mark side.
Maybe for the best.
Actually, maybe I think that does sound like an it's Ty jungle thing, but that could be me absolutely coping.
We love to cope here at the low budget LCS. 10 seconds on the clock here for the question marks. Do they go mid lane? Do they go jungle? We'll have to hold our breath and see as the clock strikes 0. It's going to be Karma, which...
Wait, that could be top 2.
That can very well be top lane.
My God, we have nothing. There's nothing sane about this.
I feel very
Going into
confident.
the bag though.
I feel very confident that Jinx Khan's going bot lane.
I am not. I fear.
Oh.
I don't think I am.
Rakan top?
That was my thought. You know, President Rakan. I could take up take up some tips about him. We're gonna see the Lissandra picked up. Really good into Rakan. I know that's a support counter. For people that like to play it down there. You know, the little bit of fun one.
It's crazy. Down there, like you're not close.
I know, it's like so far away. Well, it's like the opposite side of the map for me, right? So like, what goes on down there, I'm not really, it's not really, anything to my concern.
And we're gonna see Pantheon.
My
again,
God, they locked it.
Technically, still a flex. Technically, could be a flex.
True.
The Poppy Pantheon. Both can jungle,
True.
both can top lane, and now the flexes have to give at least a little bit, probably. Last pick here coming out for naughty question marks.
Now I'm seeing an Olaf call in the chat. I actually do like the Olaf here. That would be a very intuitive thing.
Yep.
Could also. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So it is Gwen top. Well, it could still be Sejuani top.
It could be Sedge top.
I don't fucking know anymore.
Rin, I have played a competitive game in which Rin played Sejuani top for me.
We have nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing good about this.
Yeah, I would have loved the Olaf. Just saw it in LTA yesterday. Looked really. I mean, everyone knows. Well, not everyone. A lot of people know that I am a big fan of the Olaf jungle. Situationally, I think this would have been a good situation for it. You've got pretty high CC, low damage coming out from the side of the Rat Kingdom Lords. But if it's not in the bag, it's not in the bag. And instead, its Ty might be putting the fries in the bag on the Sejuani.
Cade has been spamming Pantheon top. Am I blind?
I'm not sure. I saw a singular game being played in while watching a Discord stream 2 days ago, for what it's worth. Yeah, Rin's got a lot of damage duty to do this game.
That is very true. I was playing Gwen the other day, and I just don't like the Gwen build that's right now. But maybe that's just me. You kind of go like that one-shotty AP build, and I just like am not a fan. He's been spamming Pantheon top. Okay, he played 3 games of it 4 days ago. Certainly, we can't say he's spamming. I
mean, that's what the people are saying.
I just looked at it. He's only played 3 games of it. Shit, I played 3 games of Camille. That's not me spamming it.
Yeah. Got a little bit of a lull here. We've got one team saying they are ready, waiting on the other. Now, I have tried to let chat or the players know to not wait on stream, but I don't know if they ever listen. You've now not only got 1 bear fact, but you've got 2. I bought you a lot of time during the draft.
I'm still trying to get the first one, Zach. You're gonna make this so hard on me. All right, I've got 2. We're gonna wait. If you give me until we're gonna put a longer time on this. A longer time on the redeeming of the bear facts. This is all Pickle's fault too. I have 2 facts ready for you when we get into the between games. So that is when you'll be receiving them after we see where these champions are going.
That is crazy. Just buying as much time as possible. Okay, and I'm getting live evidence in my DMs of the Pantheon top lane. I'm seeing
it was 3 games. Send it to me too, Dira.
I'm seeing a 10-4-1 on on the Pantheon top. Here, well, we can maybe send this your way as well. Yeah, what are
games I looked at?
What?
Is it 3 games?
I don't know. It's just a game that I've ever
A
seen.
game.
Yeah, a singular game. That's all it takes.
I'm bringing out the ace full top.
Oh, it worked once.
Good lord. This means nothing to me.
Anywho, we are seeing. It is gonna be Poppy top. It's going to be probably the Gwen. I would have to imagine the top lane. And there
I'm
it
all
is.
in again.
It is Gwen. So it is Pantheon jungle. All that discussion was for nothing.
Nah, it's Lissandra jungle.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, see, I really like the I mean, Gwen into Poppy is gonna be difficult, right? Gwen, I mean, Poppy wants to run into you. Gwen wants you to run into them so that they can snip. Obviously with this Pantheon early, getting the gank set up top lane is really good. So we can see Amanda kind of visit around there. Obviously nothing's gonna happen mid lane with a Karma, and I don't remember what the other champion was.
Karma.
Lissandra.
Yes.
I can't imagine that's a like a volatile lane. I feel like you just kind of, pun intended, by the way. I just don't feel like that's like a lane that's gonna much is gonna happen. I mean, Karma's gonna clear the wave, Lissandra's gonna clear the wave, and then they're gonna go clear vision and then come right back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like for this game, as we're gonna just continue on this draft, I think that the Rat Lords, particularly this Pantheon Lissandra duo, are gonna have to kind of make proactive plays happen.
Mm-hmm.
They have very high CC, not the highest damage. I wouldn't say necessarily, but who needs damage when you can CC someone for 5 seconds, right?
I do want to say that the Braum takeaway early actually benefited them more because they do have like this really heavy like want to run at you, get in your face comp, which like the Braum would have countered perfectly. So taking it away early actually had more benefits than I thought.
And you end
'Cause
up
they
with the
can kind of play
Freljord
whatever
synergy.
style. Oh, and the Freljord synergy. Wow.
If only it was like TFT.
Good lord, I'm gonna have to. I'm turning off the facts. It's a.
How we
Can I
finally
do
run
that?
the well dry.
Like, you're gonna get these last two facts, but I need you to cherish these. These will be the last two facts of the until we put it back on. I need to figure out how to do this.
I don't think you've got the power for that.
Surely I do. Does my moderator need nothing?
I don't think it does.
I'm jamming Buggle right now. You can't stop me.
I guess I can't stop you. Syndra gonna be the hover here. For sure, I think we see that at some point this series. Big pickup for Pikachu. Gonna be the Rakam though. So you guys should be able to bet here nice and responsibly. You see where everything's going. And yeah, I think I like the side of Naughty question marks here a little bit more. I just think that there's not a ton of damage on blue side. And when you draft not a ton of damage into a Jinx.
Buggle!
Hey, speak of the devil.
Buggle, please!
And I
Let
see
me go!
we have another bear fact.
All right, I've got three. I got them on. I got them all, but I mean, these are what you're getting. You don't want to get to you don't get to judge my bear facts. Is this a proper time? Okay. So first bear fact. Bears, when they are moving their cubs from the den in which they were born, actually have what's called a refugee tree, which is if they need to go out for long periods of time, or just even the next step, the next home, what we could say is a tree that has been passed down from generations to generations. So that's your first one. Your next one is what is called a spirit bear, for all that you're wondering. It is I guess you could say an albino bear. Basically has full white fur. It's a black bear. It's called a spirit bear. It can be seen as good luck in many communities. And then for the last one, how high can a bear, black bear, my apologies, reach? You're looking at about 7.5 feet. And usually I'll throw another one in. A huge wild male, black bear that weighed 876 pounds. He was 4 pounds short of the world record, and he could not reach above 9 feet. So can't dunk a basketball. So there are your three facts.
There they are, and I've heard those are the last we're gonna get.
And those are the last you're gonna get, regardless if you redeem it or not. If you redeem them, you're wasting schmeckles.
Well, I have to take that up with the board. 2 minutes here on the spectator delay. Taking a look at our channel predictions. Bets went pretty heavily in favor of the naughty question marks, but not a ton of schmeckles, guys. We gotta come on. It is commercial finals. Last commercial stream of the season, not our last stream. Gotta see those numbers come up for game number 3. Oh, Young Joey's fallen on hard times. Hit a bit of a recession.
Oh.
Scam 3R. I like that. I like that a lot.
Scam 3R.
Let's see. Who is casting? Their voices are so gorgeous. Well, thank you, kind stranger in the chat. This is Less Force. Joined with me is Bear Force. Totally a little bit of a copycat action. Some say it's malicious compliance. Others think otherwise.
Definitely malicious compliance.
No, I don't like that one as much. I don't quite like Scam Force. Maybe. We'll see. We'll put it on a feeler run, I think, is where I'm at.
We can, it's possible. You just need to, embezzle money from the LBLCS.
Embezzling money from the LBLCS would imply that there is money to embezzle.
Very true. Very true.
As we should be loading up here in just a second onto the Rift for game number 2. Spectator delay always giving my heart some pause.
Oh, I went all in, by the way, again. Now, was it 332 schmeckles? Yes.
All in is all in.
Yeah, exactly.
Taking a look at the runes, I see first strike on the Gwen. I think that is something that's becoming more standard as of late. Although into their comp, I still think Conquer would have been really, really good. Arcane Comet for the Karma. Lethal on the Jinx. Everything making sense to me. Nothing really standing out, but I'm seeing no skin Poppy and I'm seeing no skin Kaisa. What's going on there?
He certainly has a Poppy skin. And then the Kaisa skin, I don't even know. Kaisa has the best skins. Oh, that's EJK9 with the sub saying TRK win. Hashtag TRK win. That, for everyone that does know, is our lovely dev member on the Budget LCS. And the Rat Kingdom Emperor's teammate, Duolingo.
Shout out to Duolingo Owl. Great member of the LBLCS community. They didn't cash in a caster compliment, but they just got one. Free of charge.
Anytime, too.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to have to leave you here shortly for about approximately a minute and a half as I go grab my food from the door, as it is also pulling into my neighborhood. But I will wait for it as long as possible.
Well, all we can hope for is that nothing happens.
Who's dying first? Oh, good call.
Who's dying first? I think I'm going to have to go... I'm going to go Karma. I'm going to say a Pantheon Lysandra gank on the Pikachu.
So yeah, I'm going to go Gwen, I think. And I think it's the Poppy Pantheon is where I'm at.
Same wavelength, maybe different frequencies.
Mm-hmm.
Although frequencies are wavelength, I think. Anyway, 5 members strong on the spot side for the Rat Kingdom Lords. Again, just a standard 5 point coming out for Naughty question mark. Not going to see a whole lot happen here.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Now, it wasn't super clear if that minute and a half is starting now or if it's...
No, yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm waiting to get the notification. It is turning left into my neighborhood as we speak.
Is that your left or my left?
Which way are you facing?
Forward.
Oh, okay. I think it's your right.
Okay. Invade coming through here. Green League not going to be able to stop it. They're going to get a ward down onto the blue buff. And nothing else really coming through. Spam ping's coming out, though. And no counter ward on the side of Naughty question marks. So they're going to see Sejuani clear out this ward. Maybe we see Sedge look to start somewhere else. But most likely they're going to know that Sedge is just going to start down here on the bot side.
Just taking it. Pros don't fake.
You got to fake it so you make it, I heard.
This little dance.
Mantra Q not going to connect there. That is a big cooldown here in the early lane phase. And we see Rin potentially looking to do a little bit of debauchery here on the blue buff. But it's going to get answered here by Briar's Dog. Tyson immediately pops the ghost. Lissandra going to get some solid damage off with the Q. Can Rin run this out? Yes, they can. And that is going to slightly delay a Mana of the Pan is clear here.
Okay, the minute and a half starts now. I'll be right back.
Okay. So all in all, that is a ghost popped. That is a little bit of damage off. And now stunned up against the wall is Rin, courtesy of Briar's Dog, Dice, and Q. Not going to connect their snip. Gonna probably have to reset and teleport here. Not the best early lane phase for this Gwen. And we're just going to see slightly ahead on the clear is the Sejuani, courtesy of that cheesy gank. Kind of similar to something we saw from Core JJ on the Poppy today in LTA, just ruining the jungler's day. Even if it was at the expense of their own gameplay, especially because Rin only has 1 CS through the first 2 waves. Not ideal. Gonna catch a decent bit of this. Gonna get hit up there by the EQ. Pretty low here. And we're just going to see some nice little lull action. We see pings come out onto Brikachu in the mid lane. Potentially, they heard me call for this to be the first blood. And we're going to see the chain CC here. W going to connect it onto left half. Going to walk it off. Amanda of the Panda trying to go in aggressively onto this Karma. But instead, we're back to the bot lane. Amanda pretty low, though. Not going to get anything off here. And now as a result, Sejuani's clear is pretty ahead, but Briar's Dog Dyson now is going to do that cheesy Poppy strat. Going to walk in, aggress. Smite has to get forced out here. Relatively low is the Sejuani. Going to have to run towards their Krugs due to the health advantage.
And I've returned. That's got to be that's got to be a minute and a half on the dot.
I have no construct of time, so however long it was how long it was. You didn't miss a whole lot. Missed a failed gank attempt mid, and you missed Poppy cheesing on the Sejuani red buff. Rin taking a lot of damage here in lane, and now its tie is coming up here for a bit of a gank opportunity, but gonna be a little tough. Rin goes forward aggressively. W gonna connect there. Q not gonna get them in range. Just gonna have to walk down towards the scuttle. And not a whole lot of action here, I would say. But now Briar's Dog Dyson goes in onto Rin. Sejuani kind of getting pulled back and forth. Not gonna connect on that Q, and flash in there from Briar's Dog Dyson. Not gonna get the damage off. Do they have the buckler in tow? W gonna connect. Does the auto connect? It does not matter. Melee auto gonna get first blood here for the Poppy.
Look, I'm very familiar with the Briar's Dog Dyson solo kill, especially early. So, I mean, big fan. We're gonna see the Dark Soul purchased from the Gwen just to kind of spend that odd amount of gold that they have.
And you did call the Gwen was going to die first. Now, was it in the way that you thought it was going to? Not necessarily.
That's W for me.
But a kill is a kill. And Pantheon going to get that off that reset. Sejuani already has gotten the reset there on that Bomby Cinder. Going to be looking to rush what I presume is going to be that Sunfire Aegis. Definitely not a bad choice. When your team is kind of lacking damage, you do have 2 supports. Rin, again, going to take some pretty heavy trades here. Down a level, wave in a rough spot. Might have to pull a bear maneuver here and die to get this wave on her tower.
What the hell? Certainly, we already talked about my win rate. We don't need to be slandering my gameplay, too.
Well, they like go hand in hand, right?
I suppose you could say that.
The silence is deafening here, as we are going to see maybe a dive come up here on the top side onto Rin. Amanda the Panda is here, about half HP, stunned up against the wall. Briar's Dog Dice takes a couple tower shots. Amanda the Panda now goes in, takes several tower shots, has to flash out. Not going to die there. Even if they died, it would have just been an execute. 2-0 goes your kill count.
That's like 1 HP. Holy shit.
Cade is here. Gonna get hit up there. Does have the stacks, forcing out the flash on the Sejuani. Gonna pick up the trade kill in response, but does force out the Sejuani flash.
Yeah, we're seeing a nice little give and takes here and there from both sides. Obviously leaning a little bit towards the favor of the Raccoon Lords. But, you know, like to see it early. It's about 200 gold lead right now, so nothing too crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, despite the 2 deaths on the Gwen, evened up in CS. So not bleeding tremendously hard. Again, Sejuani or Poppy, it's not the end of the world getting a kill, basically. And Sej getting that trade kill means that the Pantheon kill kind of negated. We do see both junglers on this top side. Sej maybe looking mid lane. Don't know if they have the damage to kill Sandra here, though. As first strike going to get popped there, get a little bit of damage off. See some chatter in chat about this first strike. I know it sometimes is good on Gwen. I'm not exactly sure at which situations. As we are going to see Gwen tick over to, or Poppy rather, gets that level 6. Sej is here, does have the ultimate in tow. Not going to use it though. As Pikachu gets rooted up there by the ult, or actually the self ultimate on the left half, going to fully heal back up. Mantra Q going to take a lot of that damage though.
Yeah, I'm like what I see from Ty trying to play through this top side, get his Gwen ahead early, especially when he's going this like really high burst damage build. No, Gwen or Poppy's gonna pop very quickly, especially when it looks like we're gonna be going Maw, which is a choice.
Yeah, going to be a choice. Dragon need to start up here for the side of the Rat Kingdom Lords. 4v4 or 4v3 really. I don't see a way they can test this, but it looks like they are going to try. I mean, if you can 50-50 flip this and get the reset on the Jinx, it could be really good. Pikachu is here. Kind of zoned off from the rest of the team. Lissandra dashes in. Now they're going in onto a Mana of the Panda. Going to get a 2-man charm there. Going to interrupt the Pantheon. A lot of damage coming through on the side. They are super low. They're going to have to run away off this Dragon. Sej does have the ultimate still. Can they get a reset off here? Sej are going to connect. It's going to be on the full HP. The Kaiser, though, who forced out the flash, dash back in from Rakan. Green League trying to get off the damage to the camp. They need to get a Jinx shoots off here so badly, and it looks like the defense is going to happen here. Green League is going to pick up the kill, and now Last F has to flash away. Flash over from Valve Index, not going to be able to pick up the kill. Dragon has fully reset though, so they are going to have to start this back up here, but that is an important kill and a denial of this Dragon.
Yeah, I'm in big position to be in. Really good play. I feel like they played that fight nice and slow, methodical almost. Picked up a kill, got one, get the guard Dragon in return. Good, I mean, evened up on gold now. Pretty good situation to be in.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jinx not able to pick up that kill, using their flash, trying to get the kill on Lissandra, not quite able to pick it up, and Rakan got the kill on the Braum, but kills are kills. Dragon is Dragon. A Mana of the Panda going in with the Pantheon R, going to try and connect here onto the Jinx, who does not have the flash, going to get the Feats of Warfare here eventually. Green League trying to do what they can. It's Ty trying to run down here. Feats of Warfare picked up by a Mana of the Panda, and that is going to be a big wave denied here as well. Double kill with the spear.
Downtown, Kobe. Wow, great pickup there from a Man of the Panda. I mean, this Pantheon's in position to do the terrible thing to the naughty question marks. As getting Pantheon ahead early is a very scary situation to be in when you're on this opposing team.
Yeah, going to be a pretty strong Pantheon here in the early game. Looking like they're working towards that Sundered Sky nice and quickly. Pathing out here towards these grubs with I Am Insanity. And should be able to get these ones nice and easily. Now we're in a little bit of a lull state as, again, no contest really here for its Ty on these grubs. Maybe can look to make a play topside. Speaking of making a play topside, a Man of the Panda is pathing up here. Not really super decisive. Directed Cam is not wanting us to see it, though. They're instead going to have us watch this bot lane where Maxim finds themselves in a 1v2. You do not have ultimate on the Rakan. It would be a little bit of a dangerous dive, but with no flash, no barrier, could be a look.
Over under on Jinx stealing one.
Jinx what?
Jinx stealing one with a super mega death rocket.
Chances are low for sure. I would say not going to happen. Especially because 2 are already down. The ship does appear to have sailed, as full grubs will be picked up by the Rat Kingdom Lords.
Soon, at least. Soon, TM. There it is.
Yeah. Eventually picked up there. Delaying the clear just a little bit here on the Pantheon. We do see Briar's Dog Dyson going to engage pretty aggressively. Yeah, taking a look at your items kind of across the board. Is that a Cosmic?
Lichbane. That's
Lichbane. Oh, is it Lichbane? That's right. That's the other item with the Aether Whips. Coming out for Rin. Yeah, Poppy going to Caulfield's into a late tier purchase is interesting. We'll see how that one pans out. Malignant's already finished off here for Laugh Tap, though.
Yeah, I mean, you'll get the matching. I mean, you kind of saw that we're kind of favoring the Lucidity boots over like trying to finish the Malignus as quickly as possible. So just delaying the spike just a little bit for a set of new kicks. But no, I think everything's pretty standard here. We're gonna see, you know, the that one crit item's called Yuntal's.
Yep.
Coming out for Jinx. We're gonna see, I think that's Kraken for Kaisa. So
Yeah, especially as one of the really only damage dealers as Rin's actually going to pop the ghost aggressively there. Poppy uses the ultimate, not going to send them away though, and can Rin run down the Poppy? I like their chances here. Has one more tick of the ultimate, forcing out the flash. Do they have an E back up? No, they do not. They're going under the tower, eventually going to be able to pick up that kill, and now we're back to the bot side for an immediate massive play. So much chain CC here. Pikachu is here, gets the shield off, ultimate valve the next in time. Not going to be able to save them though. It is going to be a kill picked up. Their last time is super low. Can they get this kill in response? No, they cannot. Eventually Pikachu picks that kill. Itzai has a flash away, and Insanity gets forced out of the flash there as well. Maxim going in aggressively, picks up that kill. It's high, dashes in, trying to pick up a kill in response, trying to get so much damage off here. And Pikachu and Inside, they're able to trade this, and so much shielding coming through from the Sejuani. And the Karma not gonna be enough there. I'm in the pan, gets on a rampage, and probably gonna pick up that kill as well. Double kill, 4-2, I think in total goes that play.
holy shit. So many buttons too. So many things happen. The Mantra E at the end there, I thought it was gonna do it. I thought it was gonna end up flipping the fight. Oh, Super Mega Dex Rocket not gonna hit as well. Exciting to note there. No complete item on for Yuntos for this Jinx, but Kraken's gonna be finished for the Kai'Sa. We're seeing that CS lead come out in a little bit of a difference, but this Pantheon very, very scary. Has the Thunder Sky finish as well. We're gonna see the Lich Bane finish over on this Gwen. So kind of still an okay situation. 1k 1.5k down at this moment in time. Gonna see some wards being cleaned up, but
Yeah, to answer chat, as we do see a little bit of vision control fighting here. This is commercial, which is loosely like plat emerald-ish. You might have like a diamond trickled in here and there. You might have some golds throughout. Rin is down here for this dragon as Poppy is on the top side. So they are looking to contest this, play for that dragon, win con with this Jinx in tow. Amanda the Panda is here, does have a blast gun, could look to go for the steal once again. Last time it looked pretty bad. Is it better this time? Goes over the wall, not going to go over the wall, going to be taken there by the Sejuani. 2-0 on the drag count. And again, we have that Hex Tech Soul. Even scarier on this Jinx.
yeah, I mean, that's a good situation to be in. You're gonna see the Rift Herald come up in about a minute and a half, or a minute flat. We're gonna see probably some high priority taken on the map just to get some of the standing gold off of it. But yeah, a nice little back and forth from these two teams for game 2.
Yeah, with those plates going down, gold's about 2.5-ish K, kind of trending closer to 3K in favor of the Rat Kingdom. Big shutdown sitting on this this Pantheon right now, though, and that's kind of where a lot of the gold is for the side of TRK. So if Naughty can lock down this Pantheon, certainly plays back into the game.
Very true. We're also gonna see the donations. We're gonna see Gwen being like, hey, it may be time that I start funneling some gold. We're gonna get some maybe a comfortable back here. So yeah.
Yeah, chat is kind of saying that this Pantheon is on a timer to make stuff happen. And so far, I mean, they have 5 kills. It's hard to say they haven't made stuff happen, but this Gwen has that Lich Bane in tow. Going to start working towards that second item. Gwen is ticking time bomb, as is this Jinx, who finally has that Yungtal in tow.
Very true.
Gonna clean up this wave. Actually, doing a lot of damage here off onto the Poppy. I'm seeing the vision a little bit. Rift Herald just going to get picked up there by Amanda the Panda and company. Probably going to see some heavy trading here on the bot side. Ultimate, I believe, has gotten popped there. Going to interrupt with the W. I'm just going to clear out the wave with the rest of the ultimate.
Wow, there's just a little bit. Enraged Moose, this is a BO5. So best of 5. Obviously, it is 1-0 inside of blue side or the Team Rat Kingdom Lords. I'm also saying something about the Gwen is not the champ of old. She's just not a
We'll have to hold that thought. Laugh Tap and the Man of the Panda just teaming up to kill Pikachu. That is what I expected with this combo. Not a whole lot of ways to outplay 2 point-and-click CC abilities. Mid lane going to get pushed up here. Not going to get a whole lot off here as Maxim doing a little bit of a dance. And now Bryce Dog Dicing just going to slowly wail away at the spot turret.
I'm trying to think of, like, first off, how does my Gwen still have our pot of power or whatever it's called? Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean that's some damage right there.
That is some damage.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean at this point maybe they're just like hanging on to it just for the long haul. You know,
True.
they want to ride it out till the end of this game. We see Reset coming out for the Braum. Dragon be here in a minute and 20 something seconds. Do you look to fight this if you're Naughty? You do have the 2 already, but you are down a decent amount of gold.
I think you're in an okay spot to maybe try to make an opposite side of the map play. Going for like this top tower, just a lot of standing gold, right? As we're seeing some nice little poking in and out from in here.
Pantheon now on that second item spear Shojin and get this reset off with about 900 gold. So likely going to start indexing into something a little bit more defensive. They are going to use the Ghost. They are going to use their abilities onto this Lissandra. Arctic Assault not going to be able to connect their Glacial Fissure. Not going to connect either. Lissandra going into the self passive. Lissandra might be able to trade off the Gwen here. It's going to be picked up there by Sejuani in the end. Good kill. But look at this teleport coming through from Poppy in the backside. Flash from Green Leak. Not going to be able to connect her with the quickness onto the Poppy. And now there's 3v4. Pikachu is coming as well. Valve Index is now shut up here. Pantheon ulting it onto the Jinx, who is caught off by themselves, but so much shooting coming through. And a Man of the Panda, bitten off one to make a shoot. Can they peel off this Pantheon in time? So low already. Gwen is TPing in on the backside. Man of the Panda not going to quite get killed off there. Flash gets forced out here. Does have a healing in tow. They are not going down this Master Shot. They're not going to be able to get collected here, but this could be a winning fight here for the side of Naughty question marks as health bars are low. TP is up here for Laugh Tap, and Dragon is now on the Rift.
Yeah, I mean that's right now. If they going into this burn right now, it's gonna be a little late just because of the TP changes. Obviously, it's gonna take a little bit longer to get there. Could be a steal angle, but yeah, this is looking like
looking for a steal, and it's gonna be stolen there. 42 on the smite, but it is taken by a Man of the Panda with the Pantheon Q, and that is absolutely massive.
Holy shit! 42 health.
Yeah. Big play there to deny them soul point. Mid lane is now going to get pushed up here by this Kai'Sa, by this Lissandra, by this Braum. And we'll see what the next play is. Rift Herald still sitting in the Pantheon's inventory. And probably looking to make a play on one of these. I mean, I would hope the mid lane tier 1 would be the best spot for sure.
I would have to agree.
It's Ty going to catch up Poppy walking in the wrong side of the Rift. This Poppy is tanky, but maybe not that tanky. Went the Thunder Sky first. But they're just not going to get aggressed on too hard.
You're like trying to hold this wave so Valve Index is able to pick up as much as possible. Ty is going to come in and take their little bit of a jungle attack. I think they took a minion or 2 there. I mean, we have to, just to say, I mean, taking away that dragon puts them into a position where they've extended their timer, right? Because obviously with the champions that they have, with Gwen on the clock, picking up Soul can accelerate that dramatically. So it's kind of scary to see. We're gonna see Braum hop in here, try to get the second charge out from
They
this
could
Rift
look,
Herald.
they could look to fight here potentially. It is a 5v4. We do look to see Gwen going in with that ultimate immediately. They are going to R-Way the Sejuani, so it is just a 4v4. Ran trying to do the damage to the camp. They're trying to get a reset off on the Jinx. Super Break Death Rocket, forcing out the flash from Buyers. Dog Dyson not going to pick up the kill. Now Laugh Tap is pushing up on this top side, working on that top tier 2, going to walk it off.
I think both of these teams are playing exceptionally well right now. I know there's a little bit of a 4K difference in the gold, but I do think that Naughty is playing correct from these behind positions. As we're seeing like this kind of like this vision dance around Otacon, fight for this control or this tri-bush here. So nothing going up, but we know they snuck it in the first game. Had to be careful of it in game number 2.
Yeah, that being said, things are looking relatively good for the Rat Kingdom fans at the moment. Man of the Panda just going to look to Bushies a little bit, but they are on vision, so no dice here overall. And we'll see if they look to force Naticon.
Oh?
Going to aggressive Green League, going to be able to get
The
out.
support item. I hate the support item. What is it? Celestial Opposition? That's,
Yeah.
I hate that so much. Oh? We see this nice little trade, nice little chunk come out. I mean, Rin's in an okay spot. I mean, Hextech Portals once again. So they're allowed to. We're gonna see the CP come in from Lissandra. It looks like they're going to want to start up this Otacon as soon as possible.
Gonna start up, forcing out the flash here, but the quickness is there, the charm is there. Maxim is getting super chunky, super mega death right, going to connect. Not gonna be able to pick up the kill here though. Now there's nobody here to peel the Jinx. Dash in from Kaisa where there is no reinforces, and now they're trying to get it onto Valvenix as they can. Rin is here, has the teleport, has popped the ghost. They're trying to get a reset off. They're trying to get out the Maxim here, and this is gonna be a lot of damage here. Can they get the kill on the Kaisa? Double knock up there by Bryce Dog right there. Everybody can up Rin, and now Green League is getting picked up by Man on the side, and now it's Ty. Gets Chain, CC, Maxim will pick up that kill. 2 for nothing here overall so far, forcing out the flash of Pikachu, followed through flash by the Braum, but 2 for nothing, and likely an Atacon here is the reward.
Maxim playing this as oh my god, the perfect dance around the damage. Oh,
Laugh Tap is low, not quite gonna die, has to use the flash, but Atacon will likely be the prize here.
I mean, Max played that so well. Played around the damage with 1 HP so well. Stayed alive, got their damage off as much as possible. It's just incredible play.
Yeah, they played that well. They get the Atacon. They are now sitting very pretty 4.5k gold lead. Going to be tough to fight here as this next dragon is up in a minute.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, man, it's still so hard, obviously. Your Gwen's not on 2 items yet, so it's a little bit of a scary situation. But once you get into that comfortable spot, I mean, it's a lot of damage.
Yeah, a lot of damage, absolutely. We're on 30 seconds on this Hextech. Looks like they're going to posture to try and contest it. BDD up on the top side has the teleport. Rin has a teleport as well, looking to reset here with about 1,500 in tow. Looking like they might have a second item here, still sitting on the Elixir of Power, whichever one that is. Not quite have the item, but they do have the needlessly large rod in tow. That's about as strong as they're going to get here. Fight up here on the top side. Top laners are here. A level advantage to the Poppy. Item advantage to the Poppy. Gonna force off Rain as best they can. And Dragon potentially just gonna get started up here, but they're actually looking on Pikachu perhaps.
Yeah, you know, you have so much vision control, you can kind of just look forward. Briar's Dog Dyson is going to look to do as much damage as they can.
A flash in from Man of the Panda, gonna connect there onto Pikachu. Reinforcements are trying to get here, but they are just deleted by the Kaisa and the Pantheon combination, and that should just be a Hextech Soul.
Ooh, pause. Nice little pause here. Looks like a jungle DC.
And with that, we find ourselves in a spot where Dragon should be going over here. Blue Buff should be going over here as well to TRK. What are you thinking Naughty need to do here? I mean, is it just, biding time, waiting for your Jinx, your Gwen to really kind of scale up?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to. But Maxim is looking in Thorn peak condition right now. He is going crazy. Yeah, I mean, you're going to want to buy as much time as possible. Gwen needs to get into a position where they can tear through the front line and do as much damage as possible so that these Jinx can get the resets. I think it's, as far as like a stalling comp, not a great stalling comp from Naughty Boys, in my opinion. Don't have a lot of wave clear. I mean, you do have like the Karma, but like that's a Jinx Rockets, but like it's going to be hard to stop like a full on like push, in my opinion.
And we do see those objective baddies now coming online here. Dragon going to be picked up here nice and easy. No opposition from the side of Naughty question marks. The Super Mega Death Rocket actually was close. I think it was about 200 HP. Almost going to steal their own. And now Briar's Dog Dicing going to aggress onto its tie on their side of the jungle. Not really a whole lot of damage here to back him up. Just going to walk it out.
I like how Briar's Dog Dyson is playing this right now. He's kind of marking like a jungler or someone almost always. Like he's always in a position where he's finding out where people are, whether that's in other people's jungle, their jungle. He wants to go and mark somebody, so just so they know where everybody's at. He's doing a really good job, even pestering around their jungle as well. So he's playing this really well.
Yeah, playing it well. This Kaisa working towards that third item. Now they're adding, you're kind of going this like hybrid build. I know with Kaisa it always seems to change on the, depending on the day, what the best build is. Going to dash in here, using it all aggressively onto this Rakan, but not getting a whole lot for it.
I mean, no Void Rush. So lack of mobility. I mean, you have like this little window. I think it's like 45 or 60 seconds now, but looking on to Kaiso could be a lot easier now than it's going to be later.
Yeah, potentially this Baron is on the Rift. Could look to see them force a fight here with that Kaisa R down. This 3-man death ball walking in, setting up vision. Potentially looking to start up this Baron as they're just looking to clear out vision all across the board. And now the patience game. Gonna hit over
now,
it. And now maybe just starting up the Baron.
Yeah, it's going to come down to this. If we get a steal, what we see from this position, I mean, a steal is really big for Naughty, and securing the Baron, it's like, it's pretty much game shifting either way here. Looks like they're just wanting to bait out as much as possible. It doesn't look, oh, we're actually going to see the PP. I was literally about to comment how it doesn't look like Naughty's going to make this shift over. Looks like they just wanted to play it safe, take over that, and looks like they're just going to get this bot tower, probably.
Yeah, now Rikachu running straight back over to this tower, trying to deny last half on it, but that is a big summoner that was just forced out there by the Rat Kingdom.
Yeah, it makes him in a little bit of a scarier position. I mean, I guess you can go have Rin match, but you kind of want Rin to be there as quickly as possible.
Now the teleport immediately coming in from last half. Now they're just right back onto this Baron. Jinx trying to push out that mid wave, and they're going to walk in. This Baron take should be relatively quick, but Amanda Pan is actually dashing aggressively. Are going to get used there onto multiple members, outing out the Sejuani and the Gwen. They are trying to force this Baron, but the Pantheon is not in the pit. You've got to be so careful. There's no way for Amanda Pan to get in there. 5,000, 4,000. This is now going to look like it's to be a full 50-50. Sejuani is in the pit, and there's that 3,000 Sessions tanky, but it's actually going to be a full 150-50. Goes in with the quickest, and it's going to be slain there by blue side in the end. Now they're trying to get a kill. So many kills on both sides. Actually, this is going all the way of Naughty. Double kill for last half. 3 for nothing in favor of blue side going in onto these squishy members. It's just the Jinx. It is just the Karma left. Pantheon is off by themselves, though, so they could look try and get this massive shutdown if they can. W gets used there onto the Karma. Gets a lot of damage off here. Valve Index gets deleted by laptop. Rikachu flashes away. Q gonna tag there from I'm Insanity. It's going to be a delayed ace for the side of the Rat Kingdom Lords.
That is going to be... gonna see these quick resets. Not gonna be game quite yet, but my god, play that so fantastic. A little bit scary when Sejuani got into the pit. It was its tie trying to do their best effort on to stealing that drag, or stealing the Baron. My apologies. But no, the Rat Kingdom Lords look really in shape right now, really in form. Hopefully they'll be able to take these resets, take their timers, and go look for a push, maybe looking for this third drag or even some inhibitors here.
Yeah, looking to just do things the fundamental way here at the end of game number 2. Currently find themselves in a great spot to win. They have this Baron. They have the Dragon spawning in a minute. Could look to just force on that. They could look to force on a game-ending push here. We'll have to see what the call is from the side of the Rat Kingdom. BDD going to go under the tower with the E, trying to get this mid-tier turret. It is going to fall here. Kaisa going to be able to pick that one off, and now Amanda the Panda is just lurking in the enemy jungle. Sitting on 3.5 items, still has that massive shutdown. There are a lot of tools here, a lot of shutdowns on the side of the Rat Kingdom that Naughty could look to get if they get lucky with a pick.
Yeah, I mean, position's scary. 11k gold down, Dragons coming up. You might just want to be like, hey guys, it's going to be still a point, but there's some towers that we can get. Still a lot to be had. I mean, full top turrets are up still. T2 mid could be a good pickup. Oh, wait.
Talking about a pick, it's actually going to be a pick onto the Rakan. Just multiple ults getting used there. But that is a dead Rakan for this dragon. Should just be picked up here. And we'll see what they do with the rest of their Baron push afterwards.
I mean, if you're a Rat Kingdom fan right now, you're on the edge of your seat because getting into this position, this looks good. Obviously, your players are playing well, but to be in these positions, it gives you much more hope. A lot of hope to be had here.
Yeah, it's looking very good for the Rat Kingdom. Of course, their hearts were broken in the CEO finals as the Emperors were not able to claim that championship. But they find themselves on the precipice of being one game away from winning the commercial league here.
Playing this super well. I mean, look at the. We're going into this with 1-2. Obviously, Amanda's kind of looking back into, but can very much have a global presence with that. The Starfall, I think it's what it's called. Holy smokes. Playing so well. I mean, it looks like they're able to pick up these waves. Baron has fallen off, so it is just going to be a little bit easier for these people to be picking up these waves. It's Ty just kind of bouncing back and forth between mid and top as they are unsynced, and we might see something come out mid here.
They're slowly working on these waves. They are playing methodical, trying to line up, or sync up, I guess is the better word, their waves as best they can. The Baron has expired. Next objective is the next Baron in 2 minutes. Gonna have to see where Naughty look to make their stand. It might be on this top wave. Q gonna connect on the Sejuani, not gonna get a whole lot off here. Pantheon and Kaiser in the mid lane. Rin taking a lot of damage here from Maxim, has to go immune. And ultimate is used here a little aggressively just to clear out the wave.
I mean, it's just like the constant pester, right? Top tower is going to go down. We're going to see this engage go on.
And now we just see Brikachu get deleted by Laptop. Solo kill there. Amanda the Panda now going in with the ultimate over the top. Trying to get onto likely the Jinx, but they're actually getting rooted up there by the Sejuani, who does go down. Double kill now for Bryce Dog Dyson. And it is just Rin and Valvinix who flashes away. Jinx, your last person left standing. 5-on-1. I don't like their chances here. Top inhib going to go down. First Nexus Tower going to fall here nice and quickly, and this should just be game number 2 to the side of the Rat Kingdom. Going to pick up the kill on Val for good measure, and that is 2-0 Rat Kingdom.
Wow. This is intense. Naughty Boys, backs against the wall right now. You're down 2-0. Going into game 3, you know, you kind of decisive maps in the first and second games. Gonna be a little bit rough to come back into mentally. But I mean, gotta lock in here. You gotta wake the fuck up, lock the fuck in.
Yeah, taking the signature phrase from a couple people I know. It's a big spot if you are on the side of Naughty question marks. Now it's important to know, right? You're down 2-0. Some would say all the pressure's on you here to make it happen. I'd almost argue there's no pressure here. You know, one game and you're done. It is what it is, right? So if I'm Naughty here, I'm putting it all on the line. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. The pressure really is on the Rat Kingdom here to execute and win out this series. As we've pulled up the damage here, you can see where it's at across the board. Pantheon leading the way on blue side. Pretty even spread on red side, and we'll look to see what they look to do here in game number 3. Potentially our last year of commercial.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh man, if you were gonna tell me that the Rat Kingdom Lords were gonna be 2-up in this series, I would have been surprised. I would have thought 1-1, maybe even 2-0 in the other direction. But 2-0 Rat Kingdom was not on my bingo card. I'm going to be honest. I'll be honest.
That being said, this is best of 5, so they've got to do it one more time if they want to claim the first championship for the Rat Kingdom as an organization. And we'll see what Naughty looks to do to adapt here. Taking a look at let's see, has the tournament code been created yet? Does not look like it. So we're still sitting here waiting for a few minutes.
A little bit of a. All right, can you predict? We're gonna do predictions because nothing better to do, right? What's the top lane matchup? We'll start there. What's our top lane matchup for this game?
Let me quickly, since we were on the subject of predictions, I'm going to pay out the predictions here for game number 2. Channel points getting awarded over to those who bet on the Rat King Lords, and Youngster Joey again comes out on the bottom. I'm gonna. Well, it depends on side, right? I'm gonna say that we get an orange zillion here. That's my prediction.
Holy I was thinking Orn Rumble.
Well, we were on the same wavelength. A little bit. I think we've seen the Zinzel, we've seen the Sejuani for its tie, but you know what we haven't seen?
The Hecarim.
The Hecarim. And what goes well with the Hecarim? The Zillion.
Holy shit, he's painting the picture, ladies and gentlemen. We're painting the picture.
A modern day Michelangelo, if you will. We'll see if they look to go that route, or they could just go, they could go Maokai for all I know. Green League is scared of Remy from Ratatouille. I'd be scared too of a rat that can cook. I think it's just a scary proposition.
That is very true. A sentient rat. I mean, we have sentient rat. We have 5 sentient rat. Well, maybe 4.5 sentient rats on this team.
Mm-hmm. All right. What do you think Naughty should do here to change things up as we sit here and wait for this next lobby?
Well, so I mean, Ty's been playing around top side, and Briar's Dog Dyson looks like he is in shape, in form, David Goggins level style, ready to to get this going. He is crushing this pressure that the pressure of going into finals. He's doing so well. But on the opposite side of that, Maxim is playing super strong right now as well. So I believe that this time might want to look towards maybe the bot side of the map a little bit more frequently. Kind of get their bot lane into a condition where Green League and Valve Index are in this a little bit of a comfortable position to be able to kind of function. So that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. Maybe we see a little bit more of a different style from Ty pathing down. And then, of course, Pikachu's doing what they do well best. They're playing the mages. They're showing up to fights. So I think that Ty showing up into the bot lane could be could be a little bit more of a game changer.
Yeah, I mean, I think that all makes sense. That last game, they were able to get those early 2 dragons, have themselves in a pretty solid spot, and then Pantheon just kind of got ahead and just wasn't able to, kind of be taken down from that point. So I am curious to see what the adaptations are for Naughty. Haven't seen a tournament code get posted yet, which means we haven't seen side selection. So we'll just have to wait and see. Twiddle our thumbs. If this goes 5, we may in fact be here until 2 a.m.
If we go to Silver Scraped, I'll literally eat my shorts.
All right, chat, clip it and ship it. You just heard it.
Clip it and ship it. I will eat my shorts if we go to Silver Scraped.
If we go to 5, I fear I might not have a voice by that point. I can already tell I'm starting to lose it after 2. For someone who's been casting for 2 years, you'd think I would have learned how to coax. That's not the word. How to go, more than 2 games without losing the voice. But that being said, here we are.
I've been screaming a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Even since a babe.
Since a baby. Well, we've all been screaming since we were babies, but it's just a matter
Well,
of
yeah,
like.
but you know that's like my casting style, right? It's just a bunch of screaming and nonsense. So I would say it's really hard for me to lose my voice. So I can give you tips, if you would like, of course.
Mm-hmm. We'll circle back perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
Taking a look and seeing if chat got anything to say. It looks there's a lot of debate about the Gwen build that last game. I know there are some Gwongle enthusiasts in the chat. I don't know. I've tried to love Gwen, but as I find myself saying all the time lately, why Gwen when Lilia exists? The one and only greatest jungle champ to ever exist. Maybe that's the key for Naughty. I don't actually type it at all.
I'm like a Viego fan.
Well, it's been banned every game, right? So it's Ty not able to get that one. I mean, I'm a big Viego fan too. I do believe it is my most like highest mastery, despite not really playing it all this season. Maybe a little bit, but that's neither here nor there. Still waiting on codes here. How was dinner?
Oh, it's fantastic. I'm just finishing my fries. I've got coleslaw left. Oh, great.
That's good.
That being said, they did not put a spoon in the box or the bag, so I might have to go get one or just leave it out there to die. So
seems a little dramatic. While we're in this lull state, I'm going to disappear for about 45 seconds. Feel free to entertain the chat however you so see fit, Bear. I trust this goes well.
Okay. All right, chat. There's 90 of you here. Les Force is away. Let's talk about Les Force food takes. Do you guys know that this man has not... now, this could have changed, but as of recently, he has never eaten a vegetable. Maybe not never, but like past 15 years, we're talking about never eaten a vegetable. He's not a fan of sauces. Doesn't like sauce at all. Now that being said, he does like buffalo sauce on his wings. This is a very common topic for me to talk about. But yeah, not a fan of sauces, doesn't like vegetables, doesn't really fuck with fruit. And I think I told you there was only gonna be 3 more bear facts, and that was gonna be it. That was going to be the bottom line. No, it didn't. I can actually tell you that it didn't have a maximum. Thank you for the prime as well. It probably did not have vegetable on it. I am almost positive. I am willing to bet a lot of money on that. You want a bear fact about me? I mean, what do you want to know? I mean, I'm open to a Q&A. I'm open. He probably asked for a plane. We're gonna have to ask him.
So, how exactly of all the topics that we could have chosen to entertain the chat with, did we land on food takes?
Okay. Rusha wants to know if the burger you had. Well, I'm assuming it was while we had Red Robin. During the whatever it was. Mm-hmm. Did it have a vegetable on it?
No, absolutely not.
See? Run my money. Run me my check right now. Yeah, run me my check.
It absolutely did not have any vegetables on it. Plain as can be.
Run me my money. So anything has asked a fact about me. Can you give a fact about me? We've known each other for 2 years now. We DM quite frequently. I'm even named after you.
Well, that's just like totally by your choice, right? Let me try and think of a bear fact here.
See, Zach, but he has multivitamins. You gotta think about the gummies.
Yeah, that's true.
He takes Flintstone gummies every day, so he's getting what he needs from vegetables one way or another. He's just not consuming them.
Exactly, and we've been on the gym grind. Been doing the protein game. So like we're We're healthier than ever. Like, vegetables are kind of outdated if you really think about it. They're like, I don't know, they're for old heads, I think.
I think of the past, one would say.
I don't know, let me try and think of a bear fact. This isn't usually... I joined a tournament code that is apparently not correct. Who knows what I just joined? Doesn't matter. Does not matter. We will join the lobby, and it looks like we are switching sides. So real quick, before we even get to that point, how tall? Okay, that can be the bear fact. Bear is a very tall 5'9".
What the fuck? I'm not.
Well, it's
You're
just,
a tall 5'9".
it's just like a he said, they said, type situation
There is
going
no.
on here.
There's literally there's proof somewhere.
But is it in the pudding?
Where it is in the pudding. What is it? Home and gardening?
Perhaps not.
There's for sure proof in here. Please hold.
We're gonna switch over our overlays and stuff while they are getting set up for draft. Again, we are switching sides, so very high quality production here. Oh, I have one that's called Best of 5. There we go. Okay, this is the only one that we have for Best of 5 for some reason. So maybe it works out for just this game. We've got 3 bottles on each side, but we'll come back to that later.
Look, I'll even bump it. If you go look in the home garden cooking channel, there is a picture of me with a bunch of people from the LBLSTS. Obviously, I'm in the front, but that is how tall. That is like what I look like. Yeah, wow, there you go. But I am very tall. I mean, look at Jackie Boy right next to me.
Yeah, well, the camera, like the closer you are, the taller you look, right?
I'm 6 foot and I have to look up at Bear. There we go, Zach. Thank you. Good
maybe,
Lord. Also, I need could you send me spec?
Maybe you got yourself a bit of a fan here. Maybe it's like a fan transitive property or
I
something.
want to put my future children's well-being at risk. Holy. Well, we might need to. I have a phone number for you. Just go ahead and DM me. I have a phone number for you.
What?
Here's a phone. The gambling hotline. That's what he needs.
True. I see. We will hold off on the betting until there's at least like one ban, right? Like surely that's where we gotta like set our baseline.
Yeah, where we draw the line.
Mm-hmm.
Ruchi, it actually wasn't the photo that included you because the photo that included me was terrible. Do you? Well, I guess we'll wait. We'll wait for that cast with compliment. That you're probably gonna do. But bands are coming up. Viego, of course. Mordekaiser, Tristana. We'll see the same bands most likely come out from one of these sides.
Yeah. Something will probably switch up. Again, I think the onus is on Naughty, of course, to make something different happen here. Ivern gonna get taken away once again. I'm a little surprised they're that scared of the Ivern top because Mr. BDD is a tank merchant top lane, and that's how you beat Ivern top. You kill it with uninteractiveness.
I hate you.
Well, that just seems a little targeted.
That's just a backhanded statement. It's insane.
Well, it's just like, I mean, we've seen it like in real time, right?
That game was not my fault.
Well, we've just been over this. That like you weren't the problem, but you also weren't the solution.
I refuse to believe that I was the issue. It would have worked. Duolingo Owl, our trusted associate, will say.
If he speaks, he's in trouble. Caitlyn gonna be banned away. They're not willing to get that over to Valve Index, so we'll see what the B1 is here for. Naughty question mark.
B1 the Brom.
It's gonna be the Pantheon taken off the table.
I love it.
Now I presume this is going jungle. I actually just played a series last night into the Pantheon. Personally, my preferred pick into it is the Jarvan. I think you can go like a Wukong. Knowing that we have the Rat Kingdom Lords on the red side, we're probably going to get like a Shen or something. Something a little funky.
Shen's really, I full with Shen.
We'll see what it is. Gonna be the Ezreal though, so gonna buy time. Of course, Ezreal, decent individually into Pantheon. If they can time their E correctly, you can get some distance. We'll see what the pairing is with it.
Holy sh!
It's gonna be the Dr. Mundo.
Fine.
Could go again. Technically, could be a flex. I'm not really familiar if it's played in the jungle for Mana the Panda. But we saw BDD have a great game on the Mundo game 1.
We're gonna see the Varus.
And yeah, we saw Varus for Valve in game number 1. Looks like they're going to hover. They're going to take it. And chat is on their hands and knees begging for Braum, but it's going to be the Rel picked up for Green Leak.
Do you think Mundo's gonna go where he pleases?
There's a decent chance for sure. I think I want to see, a Rumble. I want to see something that can really make life tough for this pick.
I want to see the set. Let's lock the set, Ren. We're gonna see the Thresh pickup for I Am Insanity.
Yeah, gonna be a Thresh pickup here for the Rat Kingdom. Ezreal Thresh, I feel like it's a pretty solid pairing. I would expect some AP picks to be banned away. The Cinder for Pikachu going to be taken off the table. The Poppy going to be taken away from Briar's Dog Dyson in the top side. Getting some respect bans.
Yeah, I guess I'm assuming that this is going to be jungleless, Dr. Mundo. Which also a really good pick. Dr. Mundo's just really good in general here. Really good in the game. He's in a good state for the game, so. Well, maybe not a good state for the game, but good state in general, so.
Yeah. Bans coming through on both sides. We got 20 seconds for the Rat Kingdom Lords. Again, I feel like if this move is going top, you want to ban away the Rumble. You want to ban the Gwen. That is kind of Rin's best pick, in my opinion, is that Rumble in the top side. I think it's pretty good into the Mundo. It could be completely fake news as well. And it's just going to be this York ban. So that kind of tells us that it is, in fact, a ban towards Rin.
Ban?
Yes.
Does he play that? Oh. I didn't know. I was not familiar.
Not that I know of. And again, I did just play on a team with Rin this past winter. Played a lot of tanks. Although that was also, kind of their own volition. I didn't tell them to play tanks all the time. They even played Sejuani top for me at one point. And there is the Rumble takeaway.
Wait, takeaway for Cade.
So Mundo jungle. Well, this could be a double flex. A
double. Yeah, this is jungle?
Rumble jungle can be played.
Good God. What happened to the game I love?
Rumble jungle can be Cade. Rumble can also be Cade. That's a double entendre there. Galio going to be the pickup in the top lane, though, for Rin. I know this is their signature pick in a Rumble.
Yeah, I mean, super comfortable into AP picks, obviously. So Galio's a good pickup here. We're going to be able to see something a little bit more beefy. Or not beefy, a little bit more damage come out from mid, hopefully. Maybe we'll see... I got nothing, really. A champion that does magic damage, most likely.
That is a good shout. It's going to be the Brand.
Ooh, I like the Brand pick here.
Interesting picks coming out here. Not Fearless, but we're seeing some little bit of funk. Maybe it was the playing of Gunk before the series started here.
I love Gunk.
I love Gunk too. I love gunking, the gunkers, everything about Gunk. 10 seconds on the clock. Probably a mid laner here, but the Rat Kingdom have been throwing me for a loop all night. Into the Brand, it's going to
Holy
be...
shit, I know where nothing's going!
Kennen mid. I have been... Okay.
I know where nothing's going. Does Cade play Kennen?
No.
Oh,
Well,
okay, so it is Kennen mid for sure?
I think for sure. I think it's for sure Kennen... Because regardless, then what's the alternative? Rumble mid? That doesn't
Rumble
sound
jungle. Dr. Mundo mid.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well...
Israel mid. Kennen bot. I don't know. I'm just saying words now.
I've been hearing about the Kennen mid for weeks from a teammate of mine. It's been folklore. It doesn't seem like it's real, but it's most likely real here in game number 3. So we will see how it is piloted. And now for chat, we will set up the predictions. Again, we don't encourage uninformed gambling. We do try to.
We do encourage.
We do encourage. What am I saying?
Let's just call a spade a spade.
Well, we're not
Spade for sure.
gonna sway you guys here. We are gonna simply open up the predictions and let you guys do with it what you want. This is your canvas.
I'm all in.
You're all in. Well, how much is all in? Because you went on it last time at 330.
264 this go around.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Can I take out a loan? Who did 600? Who did 5? You know what? I respect this guy. 540.
Yeah, I mean, chat, this could potentially be our last game of commercial. I need to see higher betting. You know, I'm not here to tell you to waste all your money. There was the one econ stream where we hit like $1 million. Don't do that. That was just reckless and irresponsible. But like, maybe just at least like 10K on each side. Oh, that reminds me, we had a caster compliment some time ago from Z4X, Zax TTV. Zax, maybe one of the greatest members High Alert has ever had. I think, we, clicked pretty early, and I distinctly remember quite a bit of conversations about our shared love for Parry Jungle. A couple of enthusiasts talking about the full clear lifestyle. And I know you've kind of retired from League at this point, being forced in against your will by Team Backflip and Bear running down your rank games. But you're a very, very chill individual to play games with, and again, coveted, or that's not the right word. Valued member of the community. Maybe one day we see you on cast. I know that's been something you've been talking about.
Maybe. Soon TM, one would say. My God, I just got 12 more.
You gonna throw those 12 in?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so far it's pretty evened up.
God, it is Rumble Jungle.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly how the Pantheon Rumble matchup goes. Let's take a look. Well, so the sample size is not great. The sample size.
Well, look at it top. Because it's probably more common top. Just look at the top matchup.
Well, but that's just not jungle, right?
Well, like it's similar though.
Okay. Well, so across the board, it's all it's the same across the board. Pantheon heavily wins against Rumble, is what I am seeing. It is at least 55%, up to 57% in the top lane currently. So 1-to-1 doesn't seem like a great matchup, but that's like, again, pretty small sample size. I'm not gonna like super rely on that, but on paper, Pantheon seems to do pretty well into the Rumble.
Ah, yes. I look in the chat and I see the fabled
Nico Jungle. Game 3 season on the line, championship.
Lock me fucking Nico.
Yeah, sadly we didn't play it again. Sadly for the rest of the viewers in the world, didn't get to see it again.
Oh my God. Against a 40-year-old, game on the line, season on the line. Motherfucker said, lock me Nico.
Chat recounting. First interaction watching Zax. What a time to be alive. What are you thinking? What are you thinking of these comps?
They're compositions. If we're talking about like pure like what I like better from a logical standpoint, I think Naughty Boys is where I'm at. They have like this group effort, good team fighting comp, the Rel Galio combo, got the brand over the top, got the Varus ultimate, got Pantheon there to be able to hopefully affect this bot lane with Chains of Corruption and the Pantheon W. So hopefully we'll see that there. And then on the other side of these things, I see Dr. Mundo Rumble Jungle, and I see Mundo goes where he pleases, right? So that's kind of where I'm at when into these things. Now the real question is, if you are seeing, do we see a Brand Galio switch? Do we see Brand go top and the Galio go mid?
I think it would make a lot of sense.
It would make a lot of sense.
Got Coach Zelius in the back pocket for the naughty question marks, I would have to assume. But no, I think that makes sense for both sides. I think what I am seeing on the side of the Rat Kingdom Lords is a lot of cooking with no culinary degree. I see
A lot of cooking when that's a bar. Bar. Someone quote that. That's a bar.
I see a Kennen and a Rumble who really, really need set up for their ultimates, and nobody to really set that up.
Set up to be found.
So
maybe the thought process is that Naughty Boys will set it up for them. Maybe it's like a trap card.
I see. Like the Magnet Storm Galio over the top, so it's like a self setup.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
It's like it's like the, I don't know, it's something.
It's something.
It's some buttons. They're gonna hit some buttons together.
Mm-hmm.
2 minutes onto the clock. 2 minutes 40, really. Who's dying first? Favorite game. I'm currently 1-0 on you.
I'm going to go. Rumble.
Oh, Rumble.
I'm gonna say it's Ty gets aggressive on this Pantheon, goes fishing for a little rat, a little Yordle in the jungle, and gets a solo bolo. That's my prediction.
I saw that's a double entendre right there. Fishing for a rat, and they're playing the rats.
See,
Holy sh! Double entendre.
I'm just on a roll.
I'm gonna go. Man. See, that makes so much sense for me. I'm gonna go Ezreal.
Yeah, I could see it. I can tell you who it's not going to be. Either of these top laners.
Good God, if there's a death in top lane, I've lost hope.
If these two stay top lane, because we're talking about potential lane swaps.
True.
But if it's a Galio versus Dr. Mundo, I just don't see a world where anyone dies.
And like we said, a great point out there in the chat. Down 2 games, backs against the wall. This could be the final game of LBLCS season. Are we in 14 or 15?
14. 15 soon.
Season 14 of the low budget LCS. This is where dreams are made of.
Yeah. Again, naughty. Backs are against the wall. It's time to wake the fuck up. Lock the fuck in. Play the game. Don't tilt. You lose this game, season's over. But on the other side, you can't get complacent. You're up 2-0. But if you start to give away games, that's where the pressure really starts to mount. I would say, from a neutral perspective. Again, especially in a best of 5, you lose 2 games in a row after going up 2-0, and the reverse sweep is in the cards. And man, those 3 bottles look really good up top. I don't know why this is the only game score that I have a best of 3 or a best of 5 set up for.
It does, I agree.
I
agree. Oh, we also mentioned the hunk. Angel has dictated the Galio as the hunk.
Rin is the hunk. I mean, I have no disagreements there. That's my guy, former Gunker turned Catboy. Really sad to see him go. Taking a look at summoners, runes, I see a first strike on the Rumble. I see.
The rest of it's kind of normal. PTA on Ezreal instead of whatever other keystone he can go. Lethal Conqueror, Grasp. That champion can do whatever he wants. I kind of expected a Dark Harvest from Brand, but maybe that was me coping in my mind. But Arcane Comet's fine as well.
Yes, I think those are all pretty solid. JCBB is cashing a caster compliment for specifically Briar's Dog Dyson in the top lane. Look, I've got no shame saying his name. I'm just reading what's on my screen, you know. Again, Briar's Dog Dyson, formerly known as Briar's Toe Cleaner, formerly known as James the Pig 69, also known as Hi Guys, I'm Not Toxic. Former teammate of mine on TVBYOB. Great vibes guy to play with. Says a lot of questionable stuff. both in game and just in their general day to day interactions. But I think their heart's in a good place, and
Sometimes.
most of the time. And speaking of, saying weird stuff, we've got Howling in the chat from BDD. No, I'm a big Briar's Dog Dyson fan. Just like sometimes from a distance, sometimes from like a 6 to 8 foot distance.
6 to 8 foot. Yeah, I can see that. Also, looks like you got 10 seconds, Big Dog. I don't know if that's water or that's alcohol. I don't know what kind of drinking we're doing.
I only have water at the moment. I suppose I have some alcohol behind me, but that seems a little targeted coming through from some PBR enjoyers. How'd our games go tonight, Zodiac?
I think you cut out. Are we here? Hello?
I mean, I was trying to take my 20 seconds. I can't really talk while I.
It's very abrupt. Okay, I'm here. Continue.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. The floor is yours.
Well, go ahead. Restart.
Well, why do I have to restart? I did 3 seconds.
Yeah,
fine.
Fine.
I'm going from the start. Going from the start.
Looks like some other rats are playing in some games as well. They are 1-1 in their series right now. Over in another league that a bunch of us play in as well. The PBR enjoyers, we are 2-0 on the Rat Kingdom Lords versus Snuddy ? So Memer Sticks is currently eating good. The leader and God Emperor of Rat Kind for the Rat Kingdom, the Rat Kingdom. So, what else could we talk about? Papa Doge just got gapped game 2. I don't doubt that. Yeah, we're still in this pause, this little state. Pretty sure it's been 20 seconds left. Bear facts with Bear. I already said that we weren't going to do anymore. I've already petitioned to have it removed. So this is where I toss it over to Less Force, who is going to give you a bear fact about me, because that's where we're at now.
Well, it's just like, and again, I just don't even know if I really have like a great.
Certainly, you know something.
I mean, I know that you have a deep hatred for Doc Rivers. I know that you.
I do fucking hate Doc Rivers.
I know that you are a, sad Tennessee Titans fan. I know. Let's think.
I don't think sad cuts it. Depressed.
Let me sit here and think if I can think of a really good one as we sit here in the pause.
Yeah. No, you shouldn't have let it. Rucha, he's bullying me. What the fuck? My own admins won't even let me. He's bullying Rucha. We have to protect the integrity of the stream. Dear Lord.
Who is bullying?
Memer Sticks.
Well, for sure, Doc Rivers is making the Hall of Fame, by the way.
She's so terrible.
Yeah, but like the NBA Hall of Fame just like isn't like really like the threshold is just so low.
He is so terrible. He is a terrible coach, and he got carried to a ring. He got so carried. Thank the Lord this got on pause. You also have to compliment Pikachu.
Well, I kind of like did compliment Pikachu like at the beginning of the stream, right? So give it to you.
Pikachu, I know you from a distance, unfortunately. You seem like a great person to be around. I watch your streams on occasion. Very funny streamer, very exciting to watch. You're very, very good at Ziggs and Syndra. That's pretty much all I know about you, but you have been a light in the darkness here at the LBLCS. There's not a lot of darkness, but you're a light in it, and I appreciate that.
Also, once carried a 21 Arucha to a win in solo duo.
True.
Looks like a little bit of untraditional positioning here for the Rat Kingdom Lords on that level 1. Nothing too crazy coming up from a Naughty question mark tonight. Seeing Rucha, I remember that game without even seeing the Twitch chat. Keeping tabs. Ward gonna get pinged out there, but they will know when Pantheon's on those Raptors.
Minions have spawned.
See, and I just read this chat, and I just feel so sad seeing people say MJ is the best. We're just...
Well,
We just can't have this conversation anymore.
I mean, anyone who says MJ is the best is simply over the age of like 30 is kind of my
35. Well, we might be getting into the 35.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, the point is that, you know, anyone who is of a relatively young age does in fact say LeBron is the best, which LeBron is the GOAT. But that's a discussion for another time as we are into lane phase. Both junglers starting on their blue sides, but Pantheon starting the Wolves.
Yeah, kind of a lot of poke coming out. Max hitting the skill shots so here early onto Green League. Oh my gosh, he's 3 for 3 right now.
Yeah, but Maxim taking kind of the worst end of the trade overall. And we did not see them elect to go for any type of lane swap. Ren going to get a good amount of damage there off onto Briar's Dog Dyson, using the phase rush to stick on him. Early laning going well for a Naughty.
My God, there's so much. We've opened the gates in the chat. I'm just gonna look away from now on.
It's no
Someone will
surprises
moderate
here.
it, That's on me.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like your job with like the sword, right?
But yeah, like Reach is here, so I can like take a break.
True, our graveyard worker.
The graveyard shifts here. We're seeing this nice little trade. Let's do proc to Pikachu. Gonna take a big little chunk. Maybe some trade back over here. Gonna get hit with the W and the Arcane Comet for great effect. Blue gonna be taken away from Amanda the Panda.
Wow.
Or not blue. That is the red.
It was
buff.
50-50.
I have color. I have trouble seeing colors, guys.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if the color blindness spectrum works on red blue. Anyway, I would like to say that I did kind of figure that its side might look pretty aggressively onto this Rumble. Did look pretty aggressive. Rumble reset did not buy anything though, as Briar's Dog Dyson gets relatively low here. Not gonna be a kill though. Its side going there, and now actually forcing out the flash from Rin, dodging away from the Q, but they're just gonna get first blooded, smacked up in the face.
This guy is solo killing everybody. It's incredible. Nice little hook. Gonna be missed. No mana from Valve Index. Rumble's gonna be down here trying to look to take away these Krugs. Might end up being a scary situation to be in though, as this bot lane is shoved under and we are at the red buff, but looks like he might be pathing up. We're gonna see a pause as Valve Index has left the game. And now I have to look at this chat to figure out something to talk about.
I'm seeing some mention of Justin Herbert now.
D-Rose is just D-Rose now Justin Herbert. What is that even supposed to mean?
Okay, I will agree that putting Kobe ahead of LeBron is unserious. I will in fact say, well, I don't know if anyone actually said Kobe above LeBron.
Oh, Chase, we just cannot be friends. It's just cooked.
Yeah.
MJ, what was that? MJ, Kobe, D-Rose would be above LeBron. Okay, let's just. Oh man.
I mean, we can say that D Rose is the NBA if man, but I think like that real honor has to go to Len Bias, right?
Jordan is a super team merchant. Holy shit! I'm pinning that. I am pinning that. That is beautiful.
Well, let's not disrespect the fact that Jordan is for sure a top 2 player of all time. I am not being the second best player to ever play the game is not. It's not slander. It's just he's not number 1.
I don't think LeBron is the youngest. LeBron is a lot of the loudest, youngest of things.
He's also a lot of the oldest of things.
Let's just be honest.
Unreal lack of ball knowledge in chat.
Let's not forget that in Jordan's defense existed. Good God, we have lost the plot.
Okay, I see where this is going.
Couldn't even win with Luca. I can't look away. I have to look away. I'm full screening the stream. I can't look at this.
No, I think it's like pretty good to look here for sure. No, I mean these debates about the top 10 players of all time. Like, I don't know. I kind of want to circle back to Kobe. Unpopular opinion. I think people overrate Kobe because of his cultural impact and the fans that adore Kobe. But as a actual player, I don't think a list with him in the top 5 is serious.
Agreed.
Mhm.
Well put. I agree.
Yeah, the Thunder were demolishing the Nuggets today. The swiping. Russell Westbrook actually was the 6th man for OKC tonight, paying homage to his former home.
Say something nice about MJ. I can't do it.
That might be the first ever caster compliment used on a professional sports player. Look, MJ. I think MJ was. I said he's the 2nd best player of all time.
We done with the 90s.
Yeah, like
We're
I
done
think.
with them.
Look, some of the greatest dunks that we've ever seen. Revolutionized that like weird under the basket like reverse layup that players do nowadays and get no credit whatsoever for. Not a very good owner. I mean, we just have to kind of haul it how it is. The Charlotte Hornets have not
so bad.
have not done very well. But hey, they got Brandon Miller now. There could be signs of life. If this goes to 5 games, we're already kind of losing our mind during just starting game number 3.
Go ahead. You have another fact about me to give. So Zach can feel. Oh my gosh, Vega, not you too.
No, it's just
Vega, no.
all right. You know what? Give me 1 second here. Simply have work to do.
A summoner.
How can I do this from mobile? Is my question. You know, we're not even gonna do it from mobile. Oh no, we'll hold that off. We'll save that for another time, as we are gonna get it back in the game here. Hopefully here soon. Oh God.
My God,
That's
we're
a long
writing
message.
novels. We're gonna have to start. This is my fault. I pinned the message. I'll take responsibility here, guys.
Mikal Bridges. I mean, that's like a whole other problem. You know, Mikal Bridges subbing in to, or there's that one game at the end of the season, like played 10 seconds and then fouled so that he could keep his streak going. Amanda the Panda sneaking away these Krugs. Absolutely crazy that they're able to get away with that. Pantheon maybe not going to waste their time. They're going to be heading up towards their top side here. And Hook not going to connect there from I Am Insanity.
Need a pause.
We do have a pause coming through. Little pause. That being said, gold just about even here. Really the only difference is on that Mundo on the top side picking up that solo kill, as something going to connect there, and Rikachu's getting cooked up here by the double burn comp of Brand Rumble. Gonna be out just fine though. Or Cannon Rumble. The Brand was getting cooked. Dash in here from Rin. We did so much talk here. Is actually a lot of damage here. Pikachu just gonna fall to the cannon here. I've lost track of which champs are on which side. All this talk of MJ versus LeBron and talks of D Rose and the what ifs. I'm just losing my mind a little bit.
This is what we get. Well, I'm too passionate about basketball. It's unfortunate.
That's okay. I am saying looking to aggress here, looking for a hook here, potentially doing a little bit of aura farming here. Gonna hit up the hook on a green league, hits back the flay. Rel goes into the dismount. They are going to survive, but they are going to have to leave. Maxim maybe looking to aggress here, not going to go under the tower. Pretty smart play there. And yeah, Dragon is next on the table.
Just to Redfall running, probably never. That would require us to change a lot of documents, and that's just time we don't have. Time.
I mean, some of us have all the time in the world. Not me though. Not me. Good play there by Rin. Gonna get the Mundo passive off. Mundo is on that level 6 now. But Rin just gonna just chill, farm up that wave, and look to get the reset off. Amanda the Panda still has not gone back. Well, they went back, did not buy an item, so they're sitting on a lot of gold. I would have to imagine about 1,700. It's Ty getting pinged out there, and we'll see what this first objective play is going to be.
This is something. This kind of. I mean, the early cannon kill is kind of surprising. I just thought that was just gonna be a kind of a nothing burger. I mean, thought a lot of poke maybe come out, but the solo kill is kind of impressive. As we're seeing where
I don't know if I'd call it a solo kill. You know, I mean, in the Well, not even in the scoreboard. Because Rumble did end up picking it up an assist, and Briar's Dog Dyson is getting low here, is going to have to pop the ultimate. Rin, I don't necessarily think is going to have the damage with that Bomby Cinder, but forcing out the ultimate before the Grubs could be a good look for Naughty Question Mark. Thank you, Luffy. We love you too.
We love you too.
We had some great times in Brawl last night, except for the games that we lost. Don't want to talk about those. That being said, Grubs in 45 seconds here, and Ty picking up this scuttle, likely going to look to force on it. And now Hook going to connect there onto Valve Index, not going to force out the play any longer. And thank you, Dream, to me as well. Lot of love for the casters tonight. Love to see it. Rumble on the bot side, probably just going to be a trade of objectives if I had to guess.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, I'm not giving Dr. Mundo the grubs is always a win in my books. Always a win in my books, as he is a monster when it comes to taking towers, especially with like the demolish procs later on. So,
Vega, I'm not sure if we need 5 games.
I don't think we need 5 games here, bud.
I mean, I'm losing my voice. I'm losing my sanity with the Twitch chat.
And if it goes down to me shoutcasting, we've lost the plot.
No.
That'd be a whole lot of nonsense.
No, five games would be great. Grub's gonna get started up here by Pantheon. Rin just gonna hit up on this tower, get a little plate action. Pretty quiet game, all things considered.
Ren being a hunk twice, 2 times in a row. Angel gave it to him.
That's
and
right.
Now Luffy,
Double hunk. So fucking hunky. Grubs taken up there as Dragon started up on the other side of the map.
10 games.
10 games. Well, I'll probably be awake long enough to do a 10-game series tonight. But
Someone gets a copy pasta.
not sure how the cast would be at that point. A little bit delayed on this Dragon. It is eventually going to take it, and it is going to be a Mountain Drake, which I feel like is pretty solid. A pretty solid denial, honestly, into this Rumble, into this Kennen. And your next Dragon is a Hextech, so this game we'll see something different. Green Leak gets hit up there by the hook. He gets put in the box, into the flay on the the dismount. Red team picks the Feast of Warfare, and now the Equalizer on top of the Pantheon Arc. Change the corruption come through onto Rumble. Man of the Panda gets burst out there, and now the Slicing Maelstrom should be coming through here. But we're back to the top side now. It's Ty gets taken out there by the Kennen. 4-1 goes your kill count, and now we go back to the top side where we see Ren aggress onto Briar's Dog Dyson. Does have the ultimate, not going to force it out.
This is what we were talking about when it came to like this top lane, that it was just going to be like a bunch of trade. Like, this is the literal definition of a meatball fight. Neither of these champions do enough damage to kill each other. I mean, obviously, BDD picked up a kill early, but like still,
that was more of, that was less about the champions, right? Two big meaty men slap meets in the top lane. That is what Direct-to-Cam loves to see. And that's why we've been spending so much time watching the Gallia Mundo lane.
You define a meatball fight for me. I can show you what a meatball fight is if you want, Vega. Just
Alright, that's crazy. BDD, Briar's Dog Dyson, formerly known as Briar's Toe Cleaner, formerly known as James the Pig 69, also known as Hi Guys, I'm Not Toxic. I've got all the names in the bag. Try not to dox IRL, of course, but it's already been said on stream, I think, by the other caster, not to name names. See, well, really, like, some would say that Briar's Dog Dyson is the BDD of the LBLCS. Different roles, different champ pools, but pretty much the same player, the same entity. As, the Q almost connecting onto Valve Index. Playing with fire, no true shot barrage. Gonna have to walk it out.
Now, I love the difference in CS here, because obviously the mid lane, the CS it's like the difference, like, obviously there's 10 less in the bot lane, but like similar CS differences. And then the top lane is just like, pretty much he's like 2 CS behind.
Yeah. We have kind of, again, relatively good early game here for the Rat Kingdom Lords. They're up 2,000 gold at 11 minutes. Next objective is going to be Dragon here in about 2 minutes. Cannon just applying the pressure. Maybe they're looking to aggress here onto this Cannon. They have the Galio in tow. They have the Rel coming down. Going to catch out Rumble here potentially. Is going to get spotted out here. Now maybe they look to go for the aggression. Magdorm in over the top. In with the Galio R into the Pantheon. So much chain CC. Amanda the Panda gets absolutely popped there by the W. Now they're looking to go into last time as well. Who does not have a flash. Has to go away. Does have a blast going to bail them out here. Nice little pickup.
I mean, that's what you want to see, right? That's exactly what people.
And now we're back to the bot side action. We'll hold that dog. Change the corruption is going to connect there onto Maxim. But now we're back to the mid lane where Hook connects onto Rin. Valve did not have to flash. Well, he didn't have a flash. Did not have to barrier. But meanwhile, Mundo, we saw this last game, just does what he pleases as that whole play happened. Just going to get maybe the whole tower with Insanity stopping that reset. Yes, chat. Val, our historian, does refer to Earl King as the faker of the LBLCS, as Briar's dog dice and picking up that first tower and nearly dying for it.
I mean, kind of still. I mean, the early game of the Rats, it has currently been unmatched all 3 games in a row. Now, does the combo that we saw mid lane give me hope for Naughty? Yes, just does. It gives me hope.
Yeah, and hope is what you need if you are. And speak of Val, and they appear. What's up, Val? I think I've seen all the booth members at some point here tonight.
Did Jack show up?
Yeah, I saw Jack comment about the Braum game 1 or game 2. Said Braum underrated. We are gonna see a taunt up here, and now this is just what we love to see. Just wailing on each other. You know, Briar's got that more Mogs, so they will be fine in just a couple seconds. Yeah, how are we feeling about this double proto belt?
Proto belt's good right now. I'm a fan. Certified fan, I think. Wait.
Rel goes in with the flash into the W, into the stun from Brand. Nothing that Laptop can do. Use the Slicing Maelstrom. Going to get a lot of damage off in tow. Not going to be able to get out with the Lantern. And it is going to be a kill picked up there. Unfortunately, onto the Galio. But now they're looking to aggress onto this Dragon on the bot side. But take a look in the top lane. Mundo is sticking around. They are going to get a lot of damage off on this tier 2 if they don't go and answer this right now. Valve, super low. Not going to be able to have a whole lot of impact here. 4,000 on this Dragon. Amanda the Panda is zoned out, trying to get that heat as close as they can. That is such a big Rumble mechanic. They are going to reset there with the Galio. It is going to be a Dragon picked up there, evened up on the Dragon count, and we've got a Cloud Soul on the horizon. Now, Cade proxying in between towers, taking a lot of tower shots. The Pantheon comes in over the top. Mundo R does get popped up here. There is no anti-heal. Not sure they're going to be able to kill him. Eventually might be able to get him down, but nope. Just going to run him off. And flash in from the Galio. Going to get the taunt off, but the passive going to buy enough time potentially. Pikachu is here. Briar's Dog Dyson does eventually go down. This one goes to the Pantheon. And now we're back to fighting the bot side. Green League getting super low here. Maxim goes in aggressively. Ganks a couple of tower shots into the Chains of Corruption. Not going to be able to pick up a kill on either side. Both these bot laners should be able to get out nice and easily. True shot barrage. Not going to get the kill.
Dude, I feel like they're like what? I feel like every time we look at this bot lane, it's like 1 HP away. Like 1 skill shot away from death.
Just edging the death timers there. It's Ty trying to come down here onto Maxim. Not really going to have a whole lot to get done. 4-4 is kill count. 1.5k gold difference. Feeling pretty good if I'm a Naughty fan. Chat's just giving player comparisons. Is regular season Razork a compliment or a negative? I'm not a. I know the name, not the biggest LEC follower though, so I don't know if that's like if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I know Niles though, and that is not a good comparison, Bear. Not a great comparison.
Well, it's like, you know.
May have in fact had the worst rookie campaign in LCS history. I loved Niles. I thought Niles was gonna be really good. I thought Iconic was gonna be super. I still love Iconic. I think he goes by Wallflower now. I don't know. The player that could have been.
Why am I getting so much slander? Where's Jack? Bring him back. Let's make fun of Jack.
Yeah. True. Well, Jack's got a ring, right? You got one, I guess.
Okay.
You can claim them as a high alert owner. You cannot claim them as a player, unfortunately. Hey, look, there's Jack.
Mickey Mouse League. He has a Mickey Mouse League ring.
Well, that's your Mickey Mouse League, right?
It is my Mickey Mouse League.
They're looking to maybe make a play on this Rift Herald. They are a 5-man unit. This is just going to be a full, honest 5-on-5 hook and a connector onto its side. Magstorm potentially coming over the top. Slicing Maelstrom into the Galliard, into the Equalizer. So many bodies just standing on top of each other. Rin picks up the first kill. So much damage on both sides. Val completely untouched. Pikachu completely untouched. But Briar's Dog is just going to run down this jungler. Might just be a 1-for-1 in the end. Potentially going to see an extended play here. Rin able to hit up that E onto the Mundo. Mundo just does not give a damn, though, at half HP. Getting chunked out here slowly but surely by the brand. Actually, Pikachu trying to do the damage they can, not going to be able to hit up that ability. Lantern going to get Briar's Dog Dyson out. All of that for a 1-for-1.
I feel like I'm having flashbacks to game 1, right? Where this Dr. Mundo is running at 4 people and it is taking them at least 25 seconds to even get him close to death.
Yeah, it is. This Mundo is scary proposition, as they are actually going to ult in onto this Mundo, who does not have the ult. They do not have the Ghost spell immune there, and they don't have the Q to change CC and Pantheon. Getting a little bit of aggro there by the wall.
Oh, man.
Unfortunate pathing. Rift Herald again not going to get started up. This time it's going to be started by Naughty, where last time it was started up by the side of the Rat Kingdom. We do have a teleport for Pikachu. Probably going to see it coming out here. Rift Herald just going all the way into the enemy jungle. Going to finally get reset here. Maybe I have a second to breathe. Maybe not. W not going to connect there for Rin. Pikachu's going to push up on this bot wave as the Rift Herald going to get forced down here. Potentially by the side of the Rat Kingdom. But no, they're just looking to go in the enemy jungle.
Yeah, we're going to start up. We're going to be hitting the bot tower for Pikachu, but I do imagine they would TP here. I mean, no heroic entrance is a little scary, so maybe they just call it off. Look to push mid and push bot. So yeah, looks like that's going to be the call. Rift Herald's going to go over for the side of team the Rat Kingdom Lords.
Yeah, going to set themselves up at this dragon. Take a look at ultimates across the board. Are up or will be up aside from this Pantheon R, but again, Pantheon R not really that impactful in a dragon fight. Mid prio on favor of the Rat Kingdom though, and they are going to pop that Rift Herald. So either Naughty have to give up their lane or their dragon prio, or they have to give this mid turret and potentially more. Amanda Panda hopping in the Rift Herald might not be a great call. Taunt not going to connect. Lantern going to get them out, but what a flash in there from Green Leak into the Galio R. Amanda Panda going to get absolutely deleted. Maxim had to leave there with the flash. Huge pickup, and the mid turret doesn't even fall.
You know, I'm such a Green League fan. I'm going to say it. This guy on Engage Champs is so much fun to watch. Obviously, he knows he has the heroic entrance over at the top of him. So he is just looking. He feels the confidence. We're going to see the Dragon go over. It's going to be a 2-1 drag lead for the side of Naughty Boys. Or Naughty question mark. Apologies. But yeah, I mean, just looks so good here. I'm a fan. We're going to see Briar's Dog Dyson's hit this turret with no minions, and he is going to take it because he's Dr. Mundo and he goes where he pleases.
Yes, they do. Yeah, I have to say, Rel, one of the most fun champs to watch in all of League of Legends, I think. Briar's Dog Dice is going to try and apply the pressure. Just going to get ran down there. He pops the Ghost, but look at the bot side. They're actually doing the Atacon while this is all happening. They're looking to aggress. They're going to continue on to Mundo. It's just the Pantheon and the Galio. They're not going to do that much damage. They get the red alert. That Atacon is getting started up here, forcing off the Rat Kingdom. Briar's Dog Dyson trying to do their best song and dance. Not going to be enough, though. Also, important to note, it is not Slicing Maelstrom. It is Spicy Maelstorm, I believe is what Jackie Boy has said. Atacon going to start up here by Naughty question mark. I've seen this one before. Greatest way to lose a game is to flip at the Atacon. Potentially not the look here for Naughty. They are going to walk it out.
Yeah, I mean, gotta be, Otacon fight is like super volatile. Gotta be on high alert for it for the Naughty Boys and the Rat Kingdom here. Or some nefarious things could happen.
Oh, I see. We're just like getting all the orgs in there.
I know. I was doing my best there. I'm gonna take a drink of milk real quick. Hold on.
Late night milk. That's
Late Night Milk.
mm-hmm.
That'd be a banger podcast name. Vega, write it down. Late Night Milk. Holy shit, that's a banger.
We'll see. Yeah, late night milk. That's crazy. That is crazy. Find ourselves in a bit of a lull state. Pretty quiet in the kill department. 6-5, 22 minutes in. Different game than we've seen the past couple. What am I'm just not gonna read chat. Like you were talking about when it was on the basketball players debate. I'm just like, I'm just not gonna look. Put on the blinders. Items across the board. Looks like we're working towards our second item here on the Galio Pantheon as well. Really, no one super far ahead. Man of the Panda is on 2 items, but they did go 2 relatively cheaper items. And the Storm Surge, we'll have to see how that one plays out. Kennen on that Shadow Flame, though, they're going to start hurting.
Very true. It is, I mean, 2 items. I mean, it's going to get a lot better when this Varus can finish their Mirror Mana. Is that right? Mirror Mana? That sounds right. So a lot more damage, obviously, coming out from that. We're seeing a lot of these people be on 2 items. Galio's probably pretty close. Obviously, Briar's Dog Dyson closing in on the 3 item spot. So,
yeah, ready to do the damage that they can. But again, this Dr. Mundo is just going to I mean, we've seen this time and time again. Again, Atacon is on that bot side. If Pantheon R is here, that's just going to be completely free for the other side. And Pantheon recognizes it, or maybe they don't. Now they're going up here to the Dr. Mundo. They're going to force out the ultimate, and maybe that is a win in of itself. But now look on the bot side. As soon as its tie shows, Atacon gets started up on the other side. 11k. This will go down quickly with this Kennen, with this Rumble, with this Ezreal. And I don't think Pantheon gets here in time.
maybe we see the Grand Starfall come. I mean, we're going to be needing this. Maybe the Q steal.
Man of the Panda gonna pick up that Atacon, and now Mundo just forcing on this top lane turret.
This guy is playing out of his mind. I feel like he is a nuisance. He's being a nuisance in the side lane. He's constantly applying pressure places. I mean, this guy, he's playing fantastic. Briar's Dark Dyson. Holy shit, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, bit of again, I mean, no stranger to playoff games now. LCS again, made semifinals on TV BYOB. I believe was it second round of I think last season on the Rat Kingdom Lords, and now maybe third time is the charm here for Mr. Briar's Dog Dice. I guess technically he was on the Italy roster too, that made semifinals.
Yeah, that made semifinals. Yep, got close.
So, yeah.
Yeah. It's about the macro,
yeah.
Luffy. It's not so much about the gameplay itself. It's about the macro.
They're going to try and force onto this Dr. Mundo. Does not have an ultimate. Will eventually fall here. They should die eventually. But they're just going to run under tower. There is no tower. They're going to run. I mean, they got to run somewhere. Like, yeah, going to get stunned up here. Will eventually fall. Dragon has spawned, though. And I don't know if they get here in time to make anything happen. Could potentially run out Baron, though, as the answer.
Yeah, I mean, no Baron up and no Dr. Mundo to kind of face take some of these abilities like the Varus and stuff like that. Scary position, could look to shove mid here and then just immediately go look. Looks like they're going to kind of contest this mid tower. On the rather, that's gonna be a drag. Even up in drags, 2-2. We got the 3k gold lead for the side of the Rat Kingdom Lords. I mean, playing very well.
You know, after that death, BD is saying good death. As the true top laner mentality.
Yep. Good death. There's no way around it right there.
I've heard that one too many times.
Look, sometimes it is.
Sometimes.
I would like to say that I'm a little bit out of the good death mentality. Although it does show up every once in a while, but not normally. I'm in my XCM arc. Dive player under tower with Ignite. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, is that like correlated to where you're currently at, or?
It might be. There might be some correlation there. Well, probably not.
Correlation doesn't always equal causation. That's a phrase I've heard before.
That is. That's something I've heard. That sounds like something Jackie Boy would say.
Bear needs to get back to the fundamentals. Maybe just go back on the Mundo grind.
Maybe.
A Man of the Panda maybe going to get caught out here. Gets hit up there by the stun. Does. Greenlee Luke to go in. Meanwhile, on the bot side, Rin and Briar's Dog Dice is going to continue to fight here, forcing out the flash of the Ezreal. Chains of Corruption was used here. Rin loses a 600 trade. Good dodge away from the cleaver. But now there's something going on top side, but we're going to sit here and watch these tanks on the bot side. Pikachu taking a lot of damage here. They are shepherding the Rat Kingdom Lords away from this Baron. And now, again, this is going to be that problem for the side of Naughty. They're going to have to send multiple members down to deal with this Mundo, and that means that that's going to give over Prio on this Baron for free. So how do they look to deal with this?
I wonder if it's almost a play to just let Pikachu go wave clear against this Dr. Mundo.
Ooh, Q not going to get on the roll.
You just kind of like use your abilities, walk away. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to find a way for this to work out, and it doesn't seem like there is one.
Yeah. This Mundo split pushing like a Yorick, like a Tryndamere, making life hell for the Naughty fans in the chat, the Pikachu fans in the chat. Times are tough. Down 5,000 gold. Still very playable, but we've seen the Rat Kingdom Lords finish the last two games. We'll have to see if they can do it this time.
There's some I just
Ooh, Thresh looking up a little too aggressively. Has to flash out. Gets the hook off into the box. Double flay connects on to Pikachu, who gets it up under tower. Has to go away. Equalizer going to do a lot of damage here. And now Pikachu should be the first to fall here. Laugh tap. Gets like some mail from off. Ezreal does go down. Eventually shut down over to Rin. Has no mana here though for the extended play. Hook not going to connect just onto a minion. And that is ultimately just a 1-for-1.
I mean, this is like, I don't know. It's a scary place to be in, right?
Laugh tap going in onto the Rel. Might have been off more than two Magnum. Going to connect it. Rel picks up that kill. And now all of a sudden it's a 2-for-1.
This is something.
This game has us on the edge of our seats, quite literally. Briar's Dog Dice is now going to just push on this turret. Doesn't give a damn that Galio's here, that Rel is here. They aren't going to impact him. Thresh is here as well with the lantern to get them out. Going to try and just stall as hard as they can. Putting all the wards to deny. Putting so many wards down. And now Pantheon is here with the Skyfall. They're trying to kill what they can. But Mundo just going to be able to run this one out. Varus is here. Look at this. Look at this Mundo. 5 members strong. Cannot deal with the Valve having to dodge away.
This guy's the MVP. I refuse to say anything else. He's just it's just pure. Every play he has is pure impact.
And now they're just starting up the Baron with 2 members, and there is no answer from the side of Naughty question mark. Just gonna get snuck out from under their noses.
For free. I mean, what are you gonna do?
There's nothing to do. Dragon, likely the next objective on the table here. Teleport coming in from Maxim, and they're just going to push on here Mundo. Absolutely a nightmare force here on the side of the Rat Kingdom Lords.
This is, I mean, Soul Point, Baron up, Dr. Mundo's unkillable. This is looking like the last game of the LBLCS commercial season.
It could very well be. Naughty question mark. They're going to have to find an answer here. Baron is live. They are pushing on this mid-tier 2. Gold lead's quickly starting to expand here up to 6,000. Could look to see him force a fight here. Mundo has the teleport though. Hook going to connect there onto Galio, who does have the taunt. Just going to deny them. They're trying to keep this mid-turret alive.
Isn't this best of 9? No, it's not, Vega. It is not best of 9. I hate to be a bearer of bad news.
And one could only hope. Maybe for next season. Put that on the feedback form when it comes out.
Should we shift over to a best of 9 finals? It's like what's something that has like multiple days? Multiple days and kind of like golf. What? This guy's just gonna walk up and take the tower. Good
Or
lord.
maybe it's just like a you know like the NBA, right? You know, you play game 1 on a Monday, game 2 on a Wednesday. You know,
Ooh, that's a good one.
maybe not.
Maybe.
This could be some delirious thoughts for sure. Again, they forced down this mid-tier turret. They've got the top and the bot already down. This map really starting to lose control here for Naughty. Grand finals
man.
reset.
Grand finals reset. Oh man, almost lollipopped him right there.
Almost.
I
Only
mean-
counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
True. I like how there's obviously a kill difference in for the side of Naughty, but it's just like a 7k goal deficit. Just because of the absolute macro play that this team is showing.
Yeah, it is very, very tough to deal with. Objective bounties now coming online. Looking at your objectives, got about 3 minutes on both the Dragon and the Baron. Slight advantage to Cloud Soul for the side of the Rat Kingdom.
Look how much health this guy has. Can you click on him? Oh, what is it, like 8k?
Mundo is up here. It's 7k. Direct Cam Chains of Corruption gets used there. Mundo just gets taunted up, but again, full HP. I mean, this Varus just does not have the damage to kill this Mundo, nor does the Galio. The one that does is this Brand, who's dealing with the bot side.
Oh my gosh. I mean, like... That was like an ultimate and 2 full combos. And it did 1,000 damage, and he's full health.
The benefit of Warmogs. Taking a look at items across the board. Mundo on 4 items, working towards. Is that a tunnel or a Overlord's Bloodmail that they're gonna go last?
It's Overlords, or he could go Titanic.
We see Kennen on 3 items. We see Ezreal on 3 items. Spikes are starting to come through, and it could be the end of the game, end of the season for Naughty question marks. We'll have to see how they make their last stand.
I mean, this is... I mean, we could see like this epic wombo combo, Brandle, Grand Starfall, Heroic Entrance, Chains of Corruption, whatever the Magnet Storm, like fuckfest, and it could be like, oh wow, the game's totally flipped on its head. But right now, I mean, this is like, this is gonna be a slow burn. We're gonna get Soul here. We're probably gonna get Baron here in a minute, and then it's just gonna be like we're gonna watch as minion waves slowly destroy the base.
Yeah, it is Cloud Soul up in 40 seconds. Teleport coming through here for Maxim. Just going to force the issue here. It's Ty, relatively chunked out. Does have the ultimate to get back, but might not have time to do so as Cloud Soul is on the table. Do they look to fight this? If they do, how do they get in? These are questions that Naughty have to be figuring out here pretty much immediately. Yeah. We see they're forcing the issue. They're leaking in this jungle. Mundo, again, just going to force the issue. They're going to maybe walk right into the cannon. Gets out there by Q. Dragon has spawned. Maxim and Amanda the Panda already on this. And it's probably going to be gone by the time they can even get there. Instead, we're going to watch in this mid lane. 3,000, 2,000. We've seen Seals the Pan down before, but it's not going to be connected there. Ocean Soul, or Cloud Soul rather, picked up by Red Side. And the Baron should be the next objective.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty much exactly what I said. It's going to be the slow burn. Bag's going to be gone. You got 5 seconds till the Baron's up. We're going to see this Skull Crab be taken away. We're going to see this little bit of a cheese stack going on. But I'd imagine this won't last long as 5 members about to show up in Dr. Mundo's lane, and then it will be a full sprint to them.
Taunt not going to connect there. They expect them to be at the Baron, but maybe they're getting flanked on the side. These squishy members getting choked out here, forcing out the flash on both sides. Galio goes in with the R. It's tied. Sober zone from the fight, as is Green Lee. Pikachu goes down. Valvenix has no peel, has no way to survive there. The next to fall. And now the damage is not there. Laugh Tap gets picked off there. They're trying to kill him into the Panda as well. It's tied, trying to do the damage they can. Not going to be enough. Ren picks up the kill, but they're the last member left on the side for the side of Naughty Question Marks. If they go down, their season is probably over. And Max is just going to look to go in. Turns the flash. Taunt. Tries to kill off the Essential. Not any mana left in the tank. Has to force out the flash. Going to be a delayed ace after the stopwatch goes down. Ace for the Rat Kingdom Lords, and that should be your game. That should be your season. Rat Kingdom in 3 here, most likely.
Oh my god, that's gonna be major league game. Minions coming in, 20 seconds, 17 seconds coming in on this rel. There is gonna be no way to stop the Rats from taking over. They have successfully done it. They are going to be your season 14 LBLCS commercial champions.
Championship won there by the Rat Kingdom. Again, 2 orgs of the LBLCS. This time, the newer guard, the Rat Kingdom, just kind of becoming an org last season, picking up their first championship points here in the LBLCS. Taking a look at that damage. I mean, Galio, to their credit, did a absolute ton of damage. But this Mundo, just such an absolute nuisance to deal with. This, Ezreal, so safe.
I don't know if you saw it, but in the top left of that fight, that final fight, Dr. Mundo walked at Varus, auto Heartstealed, and one-shot Varus. It was like gone in an instant.
Yeah, completely. There was no peel for the side of Naughty Question Marks. Their engage was going around the side. They caught a good angle for the Rat Kingdom, and that left Valve and Pikachu with no way to play. Series won here by the Rat Kingdom. Stats maybe not going to work out super perfectly. They never seem to work correctly. And yeah, that is our commercial. Why is Siri going off? That is our commercial finals here. The Rat Kingdom win 3-0 over Naughty Question Mark.
Wow. Just wow. That I have nothing to say. That was a super. It was almost flawlessly played. Draft was really good for the side of the Rat Kingdom. The macro was played fantastically. Dr. Mundo, Briar's Dog, Dyson, Cade, whatever you want to call him. James the Pig 69. Hi guys, I'm not toxic. Oh my gosh, this guy just put on a masterclass. Top lane split push. Absolute masterclass. Maxim played fantastic. Game 1 played super well. Game 2 on the Kaisa absolutely dominated. Played super well. The jungle from Amanda the Panda was effective in almost all 3 games. It's a little bit of a struggle bus on Game 3. Game 2 played fantastic. Game 1 was a presence. Laugh Tap absolutely destroyed it, and so did I Am Insanity. All showing up and all putting in their parts. Wow. Oh, wow.
Wow, oh wow, indeed. Yeah, JCB in chat. Substitute for the Lords. They have earned themselves a championship. Of course, no prize pool here, but you get something better than money. A role in the Discord server. We'll be looking to get those out sometime here soon. We'll be getting those out sometime soon. Probably just do all the leagues at the same time. We still have our financial finals, which is scheduled for Friday, I believe. It is getting casted. Maybe I don't spoil the surprise on who is casting. But yeah, I mean, huge win here to the Emperors, or not the Emperors, to the Lords. Too many Rat teams. I mean, I am pretty winded at this point for sure. Trying to think if. I mean, do we want to do like a brief interview with a couple of the members that they'd like to come up?
I'm good for an interview. We can talk, chit chat, even.
All right. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I'm sure that they're watching, they're listening. If you, Briar's Dog Dyson, on behalf of the Lords, if you want to have anyone come up, go to community. I will pull. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I will. Okay. So Cade is going to be coming up. I will pull them up here. And okay. So it looks like just everyone's going to be coming up. We'll just bring one at a time. Again, where did they go? They went to move. Okay. This one at a time.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
Gaming.
All right, we'll just pull up. Yeah, Raccoon Lords, congratulations on your series win here tonight. 3-0. I'm sure that you can tell I am losing my voice quickly. So I can't say that we will be here for a long time, but we can be here for a short time. I want to give you guys the floor. As you guys have won the commercial league here in season 14. First thoughts here. Briar's Dog Dyson. Again, we've played as teammates before. Been a long time in between drinks. How are we feeling about getting our first championship here?
Okay, I mean, like, I'm so hyped. Like, I don't know if anyone else is aware. I have been to semifinals 5 times, lost 5 times. This is the first time I got past semis, and we won. And, like, I will say outright, I could not be more proud of my team, right? This was, like, before this, we had been to 7 different tiebreaker game 3s. And every single one, except for one, my team pulled together and scrapped it out, right? Like, this is the strongest mental team I could have possibly been a part of, in spite of a lot of things happened mid-season. And despite that, everyone held together, everyone stood strong, and I'm just beaming with pride at what everyone's pulled off here, right? Like, these guys are excellent, and I want to give the floor to the rest of them at this point, because they deserve to speak after what they have done tonight.
Who's going? I guess
Yeah,
I'll go.
not. Never mind.
Don't all talk at once, guys. No, I guess I'll go. So this is actually my first ever competitive league in my entire life. Max dragged me into this like a couple weeks ago, and it's honestly probably one of the best experiences I've had playing League. I've been playing League for like 13 years now, and like Cade said, it's just like we've only been playing for a short amount of time, and we've had so many changes to the team, and like just the synergy and like the positive like encouragement, and just like you would think that we've had a lot of experience together by the way that we play, and it was just like really refreshing to like play with a team that just worked so well together, and we just pulled it out. It was pretty awesome, and like Kay said, I'm super stoked.
Yeah, I mean, I guess kind of speaking to that, I have to ask about this Mundo. Where was this season 11, Mr. BDD? This macro nuisance Mundo where they'd have to send 2 to 3 people to kill you, and you would just ghost and run away, and the team would get the other objective for free. Like, what's that about?
I mean, game 3, he saw the Rumble. He thought, I'm going to be like Shadow. I'm going to counterpick Galio with the Rumble. Little did he know, we can swap it around, Galio into Mundo is so absolutely worthless. So, like, I knew it was over. Like, I was down in the rest of my 4 Loco throughout that match, because I was just like, yeah, we lean into the vibes. And if you've ever seen the Aloy stream, every single time he plays Mundo, he plays the song that goes push, 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 ba 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 ba. That was me. That was so me.
That's amazing.
Yeah, wonderful. And we did call out that it could very well be the Rumble Mundo double flex, and it did end up happening. And yeah, that Mundo was an absolute nightmare in both the games. It was picked. Just the presence that you were creating made life very easy. You guys executed on the other side of the maps, right? Getting the objectives. There was the one play where you'll go back and watch on the stream, but I said if Pantheon shows up on this top lane, they're starting Atacon immediately. They try to go in on the Mundo, and the Atacon gets burst out super, super quick by the Rumble and the Ezreal. I know you guys have gone through some different roster changes over the course of the season. have settled on this roster, which has led you guys to the ship. Which again, very, very big stuff. Super glad to hear. We loved hearing people say, hey, this is my first time playing Comp League. Glad it's in the LBLCS and glad that you have had a good time. Hopefully, we see you guys come back in season 15, which is at some point down the road. No dates, no too far in the future. Soon TM.
No,
TM.
eventually TM, we should say.
Eventually TM.
Yeah, eventually TM. Like I said, I don't really have a whole lot of questions. I think you guys played super clean, super strong. Macro on display. Bear, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I want to just first off, congrats. Second off, Maxim, you came out hot all 3 of these games, played super, super well. Kaisa was a masterclass. I'm just gonna look to glaze you for a second. Just absolute domination. Ezreal skill shots were on point. Fantastic. Mindset going into these games. Mindset's going into game 3. Whatever you want to say. Floor is yours right now.
The first thing I want to say is, well, I'm usually a super troll, but I'll take this serious. We brought the first ship home to the Rats, and like that was my biggest goal coming into the season. I love the Rat org. I BM a lot, but other than that, like the Rat community is probably one of the best competitive communities I've played in, and I played on like many different rosters. But bringing it home for the Rats is really like awesome. I love all the people there. Regardless of that, tonight. Going into it, I was actually kind of nervous. We scrimmed against this team a little while back in our season, and I took Valve a little bit lightly because playing against her in Haddle mid lane, I thought she was just gonna be like dog shit, and she wasn't. And so like I was a little bit nervous. I didn't know exactly how I was going to perform tonight, but typically I have a mindset of like I'm just trying to kill people and go in. I think I exhibited some like control tonight over my my intrusive thoughts. So that's probably what really controlled the tempo of the game. Also, just like our macro vision control, like we knew where the jungler was like 99% of the time, and that allowed me to play like a freak. So that helped a lot. Other than that, I don't know. This season was crazy. The roster changes were nuts, and coming finally down to the final roster we had, which obviously won us the chip, feels amazing. I'm excited to play again, and I expect to bring another chip home for the Rats at some point. So
Love that.
But love you all.
Love that. Speaking of marking the jungle, Amanda the Panda, we saw some interesting things from you today. The Pantheon absolutely decimated game 2. You looked really good on it. It was a takeaway from Ty. Starting off, carry the game, deathless. How are you feeling going into game 3? What were you feeling going into the series as well? Coming off of another chip and another league, as well playing jungle. What was your thought process? How did you feel?
I was feeling really confident coming into the games tonight. Pill County had dropped one game, not even a series across the whole season. So like once we beat them, I felt like we were gonna be able to like ride that high like through finals. Since they were the favorites to win, I think, towards the end of the season, once people realized how good they really were. So once we took them down, I was feeling pretty confident coming into finals today. As for what I was thinking, I think like Max and Laugh are both really, really good players. So I was mostly looking to play picks that like I guess my goal in my picks was like I want to take the brunt of the weight off of them so they can just like do their thing and win us the game. Right? I think like game 1 was a really good example of that, where like the Mel and Caitlyn just kind of stood there and then we won the game. Not to say they didn't play well, but like I think our draft made it very easy for them to do their job. Same thing game 3. I don't think Rumble felt amazing for me there, but we wanted to take it away from we want to take it away from Rin, because we know Rin's Rumble is really strong into Mundo potentially. They also would have had really strong combo with Varus and Rel, so I was kind of like willing to eat that bullet just to like get us a solid draft where like the people who need to carry are enabled to do that.
love that. Last but not least, for the person that is here, Laugh Taff showed up. I didn't know who you were. Congratulations. I now know who you are. Welcome to the LBLCS. This is one hell of a way to start. Same way I started when I first, a couple seasons ago, coming into the league, joining for the first time, getting in here, winning a chip on your first competitive series, first competitive games. So big congrats on that. Going into game 3, you picked a Kennen. You had previously played what felt like kind of more boring lanes. You had the Lysandra game, and then I forgot what you played game 1 necessarily, but Kennen was very much a big difference in gameplay. What was the big thought process in that? How are you going to adapt your gameplay, and any other thoughts? Feel free to enter them here.
Yeah, so game 3 was definitely different than game 1 and 2. I kind of picked Kennen to kind of create some CC lock for the brand pick and just overall give us some more utility in team fights. And to my disadvantage, I was not even able to really get on top of them with the rel and just the constant CC lock. And I did at one point, probably saw on stream, I trolled so hard, flashing for the rel when she was backing. But yeah, game 1 and 2 just felt so good. And game 3, I didn't even have to do anything because Cade was just running around Dr. Mundo 12,000 health, just destroying them. So it was nice. And like you said, being my first comp, like I came into the season like kind of like nervous because I'm like just like a hard solo queue player. So I'm just used to like having so many like bad tendencies where I'm just trying to do everything for the team. So like when you come into like a comp environment where you have a lot of people that know what they're doing, I had to like change up a little bit of my like bad habits. And like once we got like things rolling, it was just snowballed from there. Like Amanda said, taking down the Pill Country Pirates when they've dropped one game the whole season and then going on to beat them 2-1 and then going on to win the finals 3-0. Like it was super nice. And like of course being my first season, like that was just a cherry on top. But I look forward to continue playing in the LBLCS, and yeah, I'm just excited.
Amazing. Also, shout out I Am Insanity, who is currently not here in this interview. Played super fantastic on his picks. Thresh, the Braum, all looked very, very good. Congratulations to you all. That's all I have personally. I'm gonna throw it over to Les Force to wrap it up or whatever he wants to do.
No, I mean, I think with that, you guys kind of said it all. Yeah, congratulations to the Lords, to the Rat Kingdom as a org, on your first championship. Like I said, we've got one more playoff series left to be played. It will be the financial finals between Team Popo and Buttermilk Lifestyle. I believe that is Friday night. I won't be casting it, but I will sure be watching it, and we hope to catch you guys there. And with that, if you stuck around this long, thank you for sticking around, and we will catch you next time.
If I may, real quick, just tiny little thing, Haddle stuff. I just want to say, love the Rats, Zodiac, Beamer Sticks. The only team, or the only people crazy enough that would let me captain, and I'm so proud to have brought them home a chip. But, and Haddle, it seems you drafted Rin first, and I fell to the bottom. So, y'all are gonna be regretting some stuff real soon. Just saying.